who's making moves, who's going to be your playmaker, who's going to be the real carry. When you add Whisper to your team, you know, Whisper is a big boy in the off lane. He's going to be a carry, so you need someone to kind of pick up the slack a bit, and 9, maybe you can be doing that from the mid spot with heroes like Dragon Knight.
A Whisper on his Timber as well is, you know, one of his absolute signature heroes, and he will get really big in farm, like you said. So as long as he has a good game, and as long as your win range has a good game, then the Dragon Knight just needs to play with the supports and find fights.
23 Savage in his Mudeng era. The happy little hippo. Look at this, that's a late smoke. And it looks like they're going to be coming through that top jungle.
Yeah, this late smoke here is looking for a kill. When you wait this long and then smoke, it's not really for the wards. This is definitely looking for a kill. They're also going to plant a lane ward, it looks like, with the... Oh, they're going deeper, putting it on the portal even.
Okay.
They want to have control for those rotations through the gate.
I mean, it makes sense when it's kind of fragile win range, you're going to be up there farming.
Yeah, wind.
Be able to get in there and find it. Well, Leshrac steps up, going to guard the rune. And even though he's just alone, Wind Ranger doesn't know who's around the corner, so he backs up.
Yeah, he's going to be fine in the end, and gets himself back to the lane without any real harassment happening as well, which is nice, not getting zoned out. The Leshrac was spotted here by Venge as well, so the ward making sure Venge can also walk back to her lane.
Alright, yeah, they do have a ward up in that jungle. I saw the Radiant Sentry and I was like, oh, maybe they dewarded it. No, it's blocking the small camp.
Ari with the cheeky little blocks here. He's trying to make the creeps go under tower. He does succeed in doing so. You only need to block very, very little to make the Radiant safe lane go under tower. Doesn't take much.
And then Crystallize, a couple of denies already coming out from OG. And making life hard already for the Luna. They're going to get a little bit of damage onto Whisper here as they back up away from the creeps. But yeah, job already well done.
Yeah. Bit of right clicks at least, bringing him down a little bit. Whisper still not taking a point into any ability, not scaling up the reactive or the whirling death yet. See what he goes for.
And then Seb and Savage up on the top lane, trading blows. Looks like both sides brought to about half HP. That's good.
I think I would favor being Kunkka here in this matchup just due to having Leshrac as well. Lesh does a lot with Lightning Storm coming into harass, and you can see him just helping out here with CS.
Yeah, then a Tidebringer, but he does get hit back with a power shot. That Blood Grenade Lightning Storm, though, 23 Savage, he's dying under tower. Raid back in the 1-for-1. Seb tries to get the bonus kill. Torrent's not going to land, but the Torrent was enough to keep the Venge away.
At least in the end, the Venge is the only one controlling the lane here. Kunkka is a little bit too low to go up here, scared of another stun and right clicks. So they did get the first blood for Radiant, but at least they controlled the lane on the Dire. So pretty even trade still.
Another power shot right across the bow of the Kunkka, but he's got a salve and some tangos to go. But yeah, it's like you said, right? This Tidebringer Lightning Storm, it's being spammed out, but even with that kill,
did buy another Blood Grenade immediately after that kill as well, so he knows. Blood Grenade definitely helpful for pushing you over that threshold.
Yeah, they're hungry for battle. Looking at that mid lane, the Primal Beast starting to drag a little bit behind the DK. It was 11-4 against 7-2, but there is a fresh wave kind of under this tower for the Beast as he'll trample into 9. Get a bit of harassment there, and you can just see how little Dragon Knight cares about the laning stage so often, right? Not even a point in Dragon Blood, he's just like, yeah, do what you want.
Yeah, he has passive now, right? Dragon Blood is the passive now, the Worm Wrath is just a cleave, so he kind of automatically gets it, and he, like you said, shrugs off a lot of the harassment. You can do some damage with Primal Beast, but generally, I think DK is going to be pretty hard to bring down. It's more about the rotations out of the lane, where we'll see some action happening. Especially since 9 can always just throw the Dragon Tail stun. Oh, you want to trample me? Stun, walk away.
Yeah, I mean, like, what I meant was, like, you don't even have to put a level in it. You don't have to put a point in it, because usually it's like, okay, I put 1 point in it, it does nothing.
Exactly,
and then you wait for a second point, it's like, now I feel good. Now it's level 0.
It's a quality of life change for him for sure. That's big reason why Dragon Knight is so strong nowadays. Just having that without putting any resources into it feels so good.
Oh, that dire ward.
That's a good ward, spotting this rotation.
Looks like
Pretty
Moonlight...
heads up by Seb. He probably thought that, you know, Primal Beast, he's a very rune controlling hero, might go for a bounty rune and look to a gank top, and exactly that happened.
Yeah, now Seb and 23 Savage going to step up a little bit, continue playing forward, get some more last hits in there. Yeah, and so far it's definitely a tale of two sides. You know, it's 1-1, but this net worth lead is building for OG. 4 minutes in, they've got, what, top 3 of the last hitters? Luna has just cracked above the Wind Ranger in that second. But they've also got stacks being built up on the Dire side too.
Yeah, they have prepared a little bit for the rotation to jungle. Gonna be very nice for them to clear out. They have a lot of different heroes who can clear it even. Like Wind Ranger will happily take it, but maybe you farm it before that even with a Dragon Knight or a Timber. So any of these cores could get it.
Well, we still haven't seen any of these twin gate movements or anything like that. The bottom lane has very often been in the face of the Timber Saw, so Whisper is able just to farm there very safely, while Ari steps up and plays forward into the pulls and the Clockworks game plan. And that means top lane has just been playing the 2v2 themselves.
Ari is getting a lot of pulls. Yeah.
Blood grenaded and chased, and the Primal Beast, he's made his way all the way down here. Try and put an end to this nonsense, kill the Bat Rider and get him out of here.
That's big for a Primal Beast, though. He wants to be involved in kills. Even though it's not a core kill, you get something for your rotation. Because Dragon Knight is going to outfarm you on mid lane, but at least Primal getting involved, getting something done. Top lane now.
Pretty cool move by the Kunkka there. So he X-Marked, got a lot of damage throughout the duration of the X-Mark, and did a late torrent. I don't know if it was on cooldown or something, but the torrent came much later than the X-Mark ended, and nicely landed on the Wind Ranger.
He did throw it a little bit earlier in the lane, so maybe it was still on cooldown there. He used it to harass, but they're doing a great job of comboing in a nice way and using their abilities. Also, we're not going to see Leshrac most likely put a point in Split Earth until quite late. Like, normally I would expect people to go here at level 4, putting 1 point in stun, especially with a Kunkka, but we've seen plenty of Lesh just completely ignore it in favor of more Lightning Storm.
He's the big damage dealer.
Oh, the wind rotation is
spotted.
Big.
Clockwork saw it coming to crystallize. He didn't get that memo. He's walked back and right into the waiting arms of Whisper and Ari.
Such a good move to just go over there. And these carry rotations, usually the first one who makes the move through the gate is usually the one to kill the other carry. We see it again here.
Yeah. And then a bonus kill on the Clockwork as well, as it looked like he tried to maybe keep the wave back from tower, but that's going to be another one for 23 Savage. So 2 deaths in lane, now 2 kills as he swings down south. In the mid lane though, 9 and Seb.
Getting clicked.
A fair amount of stuns, and the damage from this Dragon Knight looks like it's enough. No, the Fairy Fire. Venged, not enough damage. Would have had a Wave of Terror in a second, but the Primal Beast gets away with his life.
Clutch Fairy Fire there, keeping him alive, but mid tower is being pressured now by the Dragon Knights, doing some damage into the tower as well. Lesh, meanwhile, just getting what experience he can on top lane. The rotation is definitely coming out for OG a little bit earlier here than this Ukraine stack.
Yeah, level 4
I struggle with the name
rotating.
still. It's a new team.
Yeah, we'll get there. Palianytsia.
Palianytsia, yeah.
Although I'm not 100% sure on that. Even more stacks from Ari. Let's see who comes and clears them. And Kunkka, with a catapult wave, kills off top tier 1, so a lot of room being made there, and we can already see the Leshrac stepping into that top jungle. Clockwork comes back into the pocket to get the Wisdom Rune. I don't know, it feels like OG are doing, an incredible job kind of just building things up, getting a lot of farm, 2k lead, they're going through the motions, getting step by step, and Crystallizes Luna feels like the one that's suffering the most, but the rest of this Radiant team is doing well. They just need to save Crystallize because he's just being constantly dived. Kunkka will come in with the Primal Beast, try and put an end to Ari's nonsense with an X into Torrent. Nicely placed there to pulverize him down.
That was the last second grab on the pulverize before he went out of cast range on it, so nice that they get the kill there. Would be a disaster if they let Battery get away. But they did hold both, so they still have the Kunkka ship available as well if they want to keep fighting. They do need to be active and make space here for Chrysalis so he can just farm. And we see him start moving as 4.
But yeah, I don't know, from our perspective, it feels very much that Radiant have done a good job trying to shut down the Wind Ranger. Dire have done a good job shutting down the Luna. But the Dire also have DK Timber, who have been kind of unanswered. And they're farming stacks.
They're getting massive right now. And Clockwork tries to go in to contest some of these stacks, but might just add to them.
Ooh.
That'll be
Gets
fine.
away.
Moonlight covers him. They have a haste rune on this Primal Beast, so once he has Trample ready again here, he does have a lot of kill threats. Maybe a kill on Timbersaw could be big to go for. He's looking for a rotation.
Well, they're running up at top. Oh, the fog. The wind run. 23 Savage slips away from imminent death.
And it's just like you said, there are just so many heroes on OG who are going to be difficult to shut down and deal with in the mid game. This Dragon Knight, he is going for the Blink Dagger, by the way. He has the Null Talisman, Bracer, Magic Stick, and then 1300 gold towards the Blink. Once he gets that, he'll be the one to start instigating some fights.
I'm still waiting for that meta, man, when we have the Bracer Null Wraithband meta, and we have an item that's built from the three of them.
Oh yeah, we need an upgrade item that combines them, the holy small item.
Yeah, the Triforce comes in. We've always had, like, no matter what meta it is, there's always one of those items which sucks.
That's true, yeah.
Like, Null sucked, Wraithband sucked, Bracer sucked, like, buff this one, nerf that one. I guess it's the same as like trading card games or whatever. There's always got to be shit cards, so some cards can be good.
Yeah, I would say right now it's probably Wraithband that sucks a bit. It was nerfed so much. And we see, for instance, this game, Luna not even going for a single Wraithband because you don't want it. You want to go straight into your Mask of Madness. You want tempo. And more often we see actually even heroes like Agi heroes go for Bracers.
Yeah, I mean, open up the items again and there's Bracers everywhere, aren't there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Bracer
I
is
like the
big.
pattern they're making, the zigzag pattern.
Beautiful. If you buy a Bracer on a hero in Dota, you can't really have made the wrong decision, right?
No.
That's how it feels right now.
I can't remember what tournament it was I was watching recently, but it was Omar playing Shadow Demon, and he had what, 3 Bracers, Solar Crest, and Greaves or something. He's like 4,000 HP. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, once 25 minutes comes in, the supports nowadays can be really, really tanky. That's why you need some continuous damage output to burst them. Can't really rely on like a one-shot combo.
You just face tank everything. It used to be that you had to pick a hero to do that, like Ogre or Ench. Yes, I'm going to go and break the high ground and be tanky. I'm a Baden, I'm unkillable. Nah,
You know what's silly they changed the Bracer because it felt like that was supposed to nerf Bracer. We had a Bracer meta before this Bracer meta, and that was because, you know, everyone bought it because it gave 3 damage and it was pretty nice. But now everyone buys it because it gives extra HP and that's even stronger. It doesn't matter if you're a support or a core.
This Timber is huge. Big old ancient stack. Getting close to 7k net worth.
Yeah, rushing that Kaya as well and has 1000 gold on top of it. So going for a pipe next, get the damage mitigation in. The pipe is going to be massive in this game against the Luna, Kunkka, Lesh, and Primal Beast. There's just so much magic damage to block. And with the Kaya as well, he has still some good damage and mana pool for himself.
Yeah. So this for me is like a worrying part of the game for teams that are kind of the underdog. This is a real defining moment, right? This smoke. If they can get it to pay off, if they can get, you know, a bit of traction on the map to get these last couple of tier 1s down, then they have room for the Luna to accelerate. But currently, like, as it stands, you know, OG with a 4k lead, they're the ones sitting behind their tier 1s protected. And they're the ones that are kind of ready to fight around a Dragon Knight who's showing it could be a good setup here to defend 9, but yeah, it's a right good hook shot. Better flame break, protecting this Dragon Knight 9 turns and fights, but the magic damage comes in from the Luna. Crystallize shreds him.
Yeah, that was some really good burst there, and I think they messed up a bit the swap save. Didn't really keep him alive.
I thought he got swapped, I'm not gonna lie.
He got swapped, but yeah, he got swapped, but did he mistime it? Because I think Xmark just pulled him back.
Yeah, now another X-Mark is there with a 2-man torrent. Moonlight's on a killing spree. They've got a Whisper locked in place as well. The Clockwork trades his life for it, but cores are falling, and OG had to buy back their Venge.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They will still probably... Okay, they will defend the tower. Crystallize now has to get out. Slowed down by the power shot.
Oh, OG. Can I catch up to this with another power shot? Oh, not far away.
Clipped him there. A lot of damage. He doesn't even want to go base. Look at Crystallize. He wants to stay on the map. He wants to keep farming. Even though he has 50 HP, he's like, it's fine. I have lifesteal. I can stay on the map.
That's a professional player.
He has to get farmed in this game. So even taking the time to run to base there, he feels it's too much of a concession to make. They're pinging him now. They're like, this greedy guy.
Yeah. A minute-long fight goes back to farming. Everyone from OG still sat around that mid lane defending the tier 1. They really mounted a defense there around their DK and their tier 1 tower, OG, and they do hold on to the objective. But what an important and what a great move from this Radiant side to actually use that smoke to play into bot, play into mid, and get some good damage and punch back. You know, that net worth lead is gone.
Yeah, it was a really good move. The Clockwork was in a good position, got a really nice hook from the backline as well, and I would have to watch it back, but I think that they messed up the swap there as well, which helped them out a little bit. Otherwise, the team fight could have been hard. But right now, they have a good power spike to keep fighting on the side of Palianytsia. They have the Blade Mill on Kunkka. He's ready to just go. They are at the same time respecting the Blink Dagger on Dragon Knight, who also is going for a Mage Slayer, by the way. So they're going for Mage Slayer and Pipe combination, recognizing all the magic damage that they have on the side of Radiant.
I mean, you've got to tank up against this.
For sure.
They're looking at this Primal Beast, but 9... Oh, the blink into blink. Clockwork trying to chase forward with the Primal Beast. The swap back there from Seb, though. Moves 9 out of danger.
Yeah, not taking any chances. You don't know exactly where the Kunkka is, how close he is by now, so just get him out of there before the X mark comes in. Good save. The teams go back to stacking here. We stack Ancients again for the Wind Ranger, who is farming towards the BKB. So Maelstrom into BKB. This is the fastest power spike timing to be really good at team fighting. Is skipping the Gleipnir and going into the BKB immediately. Because once you have it, you're just a menace.
Yeah, so OG have kind of shrunk back a little bit after that fight, and it feels like, you know, they weren't playing the map for a minute or so there, playing very tight as 5 together. Is this just an indication that... Oh, the jump from Moonlight? Onto Ahri. Crystallizes here to clean up the kill. I think mid lane they're trying to fight as well as Ahri drops. The move is in from the Clockwork here. I don't know who was alongside him, but it looks like Cracker's Clock was like, I'm in, boys.
Yeah, they had to panic and get out there. There was a hookshot to save, and the boat was used as well to just disengage this. So boat is on cooldown, leaving a power spike here for OG to perhaps go and make something happen. But we do see Palianytsia going to fight without the boat even.
Okay. I'm trying to chase forward. OG, yeah, back onto a bit of high ground. So this is just like OG kind of identifying that their timing is a little bit later than the... Like, but Radiant are playing quite fast, aren't they? OG need a little bit of time to wait.
Yeah, OG are happy to wait for a few key items. The Mage Slayer is going to be massive. The Pipe is going to be huge as well. So once you get these two and pair them up, then you can just turn off all the damage from Primal Beast very easily. You attack him with Dragon Knight, and you know the Timber just has to be nearby with his Pipe. Suddenly there's no damage coming out at all. So I think for them, they just might want to wait for that a little bit. We see an X mark on Whisper, but I don't know if they have it in them to kill a...
Always cancelled the chain. They're coming in with a Leshrac and a lot of magic damage from the Primal Beast. Half HP Whisper, and the hookshot misses. Wrecker couldn't land it. Now Dragon Knight's back in. 9 has spotted an opportunity here to go onto Fortnite Man.
Ooh, the
He's shackled up. 23 Savage lines it up. Fortnite Man is dead. He's gone. Whisper's trying to chase forward with the Chakram and the chain right on top of this Leshrac, but they turn. The Eclipse damage out of the Luna takes down the Timbersaw. The turnaround back and forth. Clockwork's wandered into a bit of a mess here now.
Oh, the
Disaster the Kraken. Crystallize. He's right in the middle of 3 of OG. Chased down by the Wind Ranger. Seb up on the high ground trying to body block him, and they've shackled into a tree. Crystallizes Luna in serious trouble and down to 23 Savage. Oh, the Primal Beast will at least clear one up in the back lines, but now Moonlight's got to be on the run.
Yeah, he's running Castle Ward here, so he can try and find a good spot to TP out. He has vision if they chase him. In the end, very scrappy fight. They did get a huge kill taking down the Timbersaw, though, making it a pretty fair trade, even for Radiant. They're looking at Venge now.
Yeah, the Pulverize. Into a quick kill. And 23 Savage doesn't want to be here anymore. So close to BKB, it's time just to run away.
Holding their own really well here on Palianytsia. I like the reaction by Moonlight to blink in with the Primal Beast, do a quick charge with the Onslaught. Was some good reaction when Timbersaw went in there. I don't think he expected to get bursted so fast on Whisper. Oh, what a nice find for the Timbersaw, getting the Whisper of Dread on Whisper.
Very good. That's a lot of damage. There's just no fear, is there? Like, this Radiant team, even though, you know, lane's didn't go particularly well. This Luna didn't have a good time. She's now at the top of the net worth. And they're still making... like. I guess the big thing for me is that I so often see some of these teams that are the underdogs make moves or attempt to like smoke gank, and it fails and nothing comes of it. And they're like, their read was just wrong, right? And that's one of the big differences between the top teams and the, you know, kind of S tier and the A teams is you just get your reads right.
Yeah.
You just know what's going on. You know what's happening. And, you know, props to them, like finding the Batrider there. It may seem kind of meaningless. That's blink. There's items delayed. You've killed a bat, open the space. Now you can play bottom.
Oh, the shackle. And he can't blink. Oh, he didn't blink in time.
Ooh.
Still fine, though.
He's good. And there's that BKB Wind Ranger. So OG about ready. They've got Blink, Bat, BKB Wind, Pipe on the Timber.
Feeling ready. Looks like Wind Ranger is queuing up to go back for the Gleipnir afterwards. We've seen a lot of times just foregoing that and going straight into even more damage, but getting more lockdown here. It's a very lockdown heavy game. It's also why we see itemizations here. We see the BKB coming out soon for Primal Beast. He's 1,000 gold away. Luna working on her own. She needs the recipe as well, so about 1,400 gold away. Kunka just got his Crimson Guard, so he has some damage mitigation. He didn't go for Aghanim Scepter in this game, though, so he doesn't do that much damage himself. He's mostly there for control and just to prevent the Wind Ranger damage, mainly.
Mm. Oh yeah, Clockwork has completed his item build. He's gonna die immediately after finishing it, but he doesn't need anything else. He's got Double Bracer. He's got Solar Crest.
He just needs time now. 5 minutes, and that's his timing. He's gonna evolve, get stronger.
What does he evolve into?
Bracer Man.
Dragged into 9. OG really like this mid lane. 5 heroes mid every time they make a move.
Yeah, they're doing a good job just running from mid either to either side lane, right? If you're controlling the center, this is similar to like chess. Control the center in Dota, and you have a lot of access to the rest of the map. So it sets you up to be able to play. That's why we see both Luna and Kunka right now just farming the side lanes here. They're trying to hide and get whatever net worth they can, but that's definitely not the driver's seat. The driver's seat is controlling the middle.
So I was just giggling to myself. I was imagining a chessboard with twin gates.
Yeah. I will twin gate my rook.
Yes. And then I was imagining 4D chess with twin gates, and then I was like, no, it's too far.
You can't just sell a new game concept like that for free on air. What the hell?
Patented quickly.
Now you're thinking with portals.
Yeah, you sure are.
They brought it to Dota, bring it to chess next.
Is Ari going to be found again? Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, he's just trying to prevent them from getting in a sieging position to take the tier 2 tower. So he's constantly trying to shove up here, but he is giving a lot of gold away when he dies. 600 gold there, almost 700 for his kill. And immediately they recognize this is a potential for them to go and do something. They go straight towards the Roche.
So that's the thing, really. Ari's playing top. It's daytime. You're not really cutting that bottom wave and opening up the big objective for you. You are just still protecting.
Oh, you're just
all the
too
farm.
late here.
Yeah, I mean, they're
stacking
the
team here. They've done it, man. They've got themselves the Aegis.
That's Luna with Aegis now. BKB Manta, Mask of Madness. We've been talking about OG and their timings. The underdogs, though, have made this game very, very even. Hell, it's dead even between them, but this Aegis with the timing of the Luna might just tip the scales.
Yeah, they do get scanned out, but I think they're happy to take a fight as well in Palianytsia. They're staying in the area, move around.
Everyone
they have a lane ward as well.
The Wind Ranger smoked.
Yeah, they see wind. Some patient move around here by both teams. They're both circling each other a bit. The positions have swapped.
Why isn't my smoke breaking? Where are they?
Yeah, right now they have no clue where they are. Oh, they're TPing out. This could be bad for him if fight erupts and Venge isn't nearby.
Oh, that Batrider. First one to be caught. Wind Ranger trying to get damage in, but the hook shot and the right clicks. 23-7 is about to die. The Primal Beast chasing forward, but the Wind Ranger gets away. Barely survives.
X-Mark though.
No, the X-Mark drag back, swap back, sit, buy some time. 23 still alive. The boat won't connect. Now the Wind Ranger's fine unless the Primal Beast can keep on chasing. We'll watch the Venge die first though. 3v1 in the forest. Down she goes. While the Whisper Timber tries to get back into the thick of things. He's being
in
trapped inside the cogs. He's putting out a lot of damage, but he's surrounded by 4. And OG, they're going to lose their Timber Saw.
Man, that was very disjointed for OG. They TP'd to the outpost with the Venge, and then they got caught and decided to take the fight, and that put them in a really bad spot. They also had a lot of gold that was missing at the start of this fight. The Dragon Knight still hasn't purchased something at 3.4k gold saving for the BKB. They were just missing a lot of Pyro Spikes. Same thing for Timber. Also had 3,000 gold saved up before that fight. So that's 6,000 gold that wasn't active in fighting, whereas a lot of the gold was spent and was used.
And the fight
Ranger
kind of continues here. Yeah, 23 Savage Wind Ranger all alone, but scraping away barely from a Primal Beast who is just down her throat.
Yeah, gets robbed as well, so the Ancients go the way of the Luna here, and now going to push bottom. DD Room picked up on the Primal Beast, so he's going to be happy to take a fight. He's also itemizing to counter the Wind Ranger even more, going Blade Mail next. I think that's a very late choice to go a Blade Mail third item, but this is very specific just against Wind, saying if you don't have your BKB on and you pop your ulti, then you're just going to die for sure.
Yeah. Daedalus Satanic for the Wind Ranger. So you had that discussion about the Revenant's Brooch versus Daedalus, and here, against double Blade Mails, you kind of need to go for the...
Yeah, he needs the lifesteal. If you go for the Brooch, then you can't have Satanic activated because you're doing magical damage. It's very awkward. You rely on the lifesteal from the Brooch, and that's not much. That's not a significant amount. He needs the full Satanic for sure. And once he hits that point, though, if he gets to a point of Daedalus plus Satanic, then the Blade Mails are effectively countered, so that's always something. He's gonna farm up a nice stack here that wasn't stolen.
Oh yeah, the Vlad's Unvenge as well, gonna help out. This is the first time this game, though, it's felt like the Radiant are in the lead metrics-wise.
Yeah, BKB forced here by the combo of Kunkka. The X-Mark came out, so 9 had to commit.
Fortnite Man!
He strikes.
Ooh. 23 Savage had to BKB. Thinking about turning and getting some damage onto the clockwork here. In comes Ari. Batrider drags back the Primal Beast in towards the tier 2, but they'll turn back onto Whisper with the Eclipse damage. The Primal Beast about to die to the Dragon Knight. The high ground held by OG, but Whisper's dying. Crystallized on his Luna. First life down. Kunkka, he's dropped low as well. The Luna is completely isolated, and the spam pings from OG force the BKB TP. Nothing to stop it there now anymore, as 23 Savage went very deep to find the Lashrak kill.
That was a deep dive under a tier 2 tower there, happening after they already expended stuff as well. The Kunkka having his bolt on cooldown from the initiation bottom, and then they at the same time went mid. They were stretching a little bit too thin on Radiant and got appropriately punished here by OG. Nice swap as the Primal Beast tried to charge away. Vengeful was there to prevent him getting away to safety as well. And I think there was a bit of a misclick at the start of the fight. As they dove the tier 2 tower, the Primal Beast pulverized one of the creeps instead of the Wind Ranger.
Oh,
so
no.
they tried to grab her through the BKB, but a bit of a misclick.
Right, so that's what happened. I thought it was just the power of OG. You know, I started praising their opponents, and they're just like, no. Biased caster praising the opponents and not us.
Also, Palianytsia, as we can see on the ground, by the way, on the logos in the game, it is a little piece of bread. It's a Ukrainian, hard bread, or I guess, was it? I don't know if it's sourdough, but some type of bread.
Loaf. It's a loaf of bread, yeah. Is that what the name is then?
Yeah, that's it. That's Palianytsia.
So it is. I'm on the wiki. Nothing's happening, right? I'm on the Wikipedia. Wikipedia.
Yeah.
No, something is happening.
They're getting jumped.
People are dying.
He can't get his
They've got
BKB
a
off.
catch on the Kunkka. I can't Google bread. I'm not allowed to learn about cuisines or cultures. We'll watch the Kunkka BKB.
He got out though.
He did.
Nice and safe. The vengeful swap gets tipped here by Fortnite Man.
All thanks to the Palianytsia.
Yeah.
That's what kept him
He
going.
did have to TP out though, so now top tower is up for grabs here. They're gonna take that and they're gonna go invade for the Wisdom Rune. 28 minutes coming up. At the same time, their own Wisdom Rune, they don't want to give it away.
Jeez. The TP's back. The Primal Beast is here. They're trying to fight him. But I don't think they realize how much of OG have actually come back to defend. Seb pops a pretty hefty one.
Do they
doesn't
care,
survive, still dies. And this Primal Beast with the BKB is just unanswered and untouched, but the Leshrac Whisper jumps in, nearly gets the kill. QBFY runs away. Now the turn, though, with Crystallize arriving. The Eclipse damage is too much to handle. 9.
Wind is coming in finally. Ran across the map.
Sprinting in with a Gleipnir, but 9's already dead. Inside the cogs, he's gone. 23 Savage is being burst down through the BKB. He's nearly fallen. Just need a little bit more damage here from Moonlight or someone to catch up to him. The Wind Ranger charged upon the onslaught and the final bit of damage from the Cracker into the tree line. 23 Savage trapped inside of his own base. Down you go, dead without buyback. No Whisper, no 23 Savage. And this Ukrainian squad, they're not messing around.
They're not. They recognized that they could go there because I think it must have realized that someone TP top. They must have known that Wind Ranger used the TP for the Kunkka earlier top. Because this was just a really, really well-favored engagement for them since the Wind was nowhere close. And we saw Whisper, he's strong, but he's not strong enough to stand against all of this Radiant lineup for an infinite duration.
And yeah, your BKBs only last so long, right?
Yeah. Yeah, once they're gone. Also, Luna is getting to that point where she's starting to hurt quite a lot. It doesn't matter if you have Pipe or whatnot. You have the Kanda, she crits, she has the extra damage on her nuke as well, and she's level 20 now. So the extra Moonglaves fired is going to bring even more damage.
And they've done a tremendous job protecting her as well. Very rarely does it feel like Crystallize equally, not putting himself in dangerous spots. He's kind of that second wave to the fight. And that's thanks to the Primal Beast, the Kunkka, the Clockwork. You've got 3 initiation heroes to show, 1 or 2 of them, and then have that third one as like a backup to protect the Luna if needed. And then Crystallize just stands there.
Woo. Ooh. He could feel that one. Feel the wind.
Oh, butt scratcher. Good TP.
He's going to TP out in a very nice spot here. Gets himself to safety this time.
Roche, though.
Get picked off again.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, he's gonna spawn pretty early. Luna could go and take the gate to get up there as well. Get through the area. He's pinging it, rushing towards the gates.
Well, it's daytime.
Oh.
Get down here, boys. I'm struggling to read what OG needs to do in these fights to do better. Is it vision and initiation? Is it target?
I think a lot hinges on Seb. His positioning in last fight was too forward.
Well, they go on the bat. 9 has jumped in to try and protect Ari, but that's a lost cause.
Oh, he doesn't want to swap and save his support buddy there, so he just lets him die. Now they have to back out. Yeah, it's a tricky position. I was going to say, so much hinges on the Vengeful Spirit's decision in this game. When she decides to swap someone and who she decides to swap. We have all the tools on OG now for them to take a really good fight. They have the Daedalus completed on Wind Ranger. Power spike is enormous. However, the problem is that they haven't really been grouped up with the 3 cores in a good way in any of these fights. They just need all 3 to be around at the same time. The Wind Ranger not having TP earlier and then taking a fight bottom really put them in a bad spot.
Oh, what? Damn it, what was the stat again? OG last season, there was a stat about them where if they played after 3 PM, they had a 65% win rate, and if they played before 3 PM, they had a 40% win rate. And I think I've just realized why they're losing this game.
Sounds like me, dude. Not a morning person. It's fine. So you're saying this is only game 1. They'll wake up if they drag it out long enough.
Legitimately, it was like a meme, and then I think it was Benji who did the actual stat for it. He was like, that sounds dumb, but I'm gonna look into it, and then he found out that it was real.
That is so funny. The random stats.
Yeah. The real e-gamer life.
That's when you gotta tell the entire team, alright guys, we gotta just shift our daily rhythm 2 hours earlier so that we can actually play these. Funny.
We're getting a coffee sponsor. That's what we're doing.
Oh, we have a full MKB on Luna as well with this Aegis, so he is ready to shred through the Wind Ranger if he can get close to her.
Sure
Problem can be getting in range though. Wind is very slippery.
It's such a good item all around, right? It counters the Wind Ranger, but it's also very good against DK and Timbersaw.
Yeah, it's fantastic in this game. Just brings a nice mix of damage into this.
I mean, that's what Luna's always been good at, right? The mix of physical and magical. Lean into that pretty hard. But this is the This is the moment now. You've got Aegis, BKB,
Decisive smoke.
MKB.
Look at Crystallize though. He has read it. He knows about this.
He's waiting on the staircase.
Yeah, he says, come at me.
OG not going to be risking anything.
That was a good move. Good read. And meanwhile, the side lanes are pushing in. Bottom is pushing in. Posturing.
Lasso. Clockwork. In comes the Primal. Pulverize on the Timber. Tanky Whisper, but his ulti's gone. No more life. Disappears. They've lost the 2 supports on the Radiant, though, as well as Moonlight dropping low, but the swap will buy with a time for 23 Savage to get away from danger. Moonlight's down, but the Wind Ranger, Shackle Shot, he holds the Kunka back, and the Wind Ranger's still alive. Crystallize does have this Aegis, but he's completely alone now. 1v4. Cannot stand his ground and
Vengeful
fight
stun
this.
comes in.
Surely not.
Stun soon.
With the disables they've got, it's too much to handle.
Oh, Fortnite, man. I believed in you. He messed up the X-Mark Torrent combo on the Wind Ranger there. It's, you know, always very nerve-wracking when you have to do it under so much pressure. He did have a Shackle Shot thrown at him, but he was in BKB, so he could still do the combo. But again, this is not the first time that we see Savage just live with barely any HP.
Don't know what he got down to, like 5 health or something.
It was very, very close. Even so, though, even if they got that kill, I think the damage was done. Wind Ranger ulti, you saw how she just tore through people there, and that was with Worm buff being on people from the Ghost Chip. So her damage output is absolutely absurd, and now has, I believe, the full Satanic as well. No, not yet. He's building towards it, but he's going bottle. Wants to have the chance to have some Arcane Rune or DD Rune bottled up. They did spot the DD Rune here. He's gonna go and grab it.
And I've seen it. Hold on to that.
That is massive. This is a very heads-up play that people have started doing more and more on Wind Ranger specifically. The bottle purchase, just due to how strong that ulti is. It also has like no cooldown, so we see him pushing creep waves like this.
Yeah, for sure. Relearning from Eternal Envy, you know?
Yeah. Good old Terrorblade days. That's what it was back then. TB Metamorphosis DD runes.
Oh. Every little
We
helps.
see another smoke might come in here from the side of OG as they don't want to slow this game down. They pop the smoke. Gonna go hunt for something. And Palianytsia, they lost tempo a little bit after that fight. They don't look so confident anymore. They had an Aegis. They lost the team fight even with the Aegis. This really takes the air out of your team. So see how they can stabilize.
I genuinely think that's one of the like wildest and hardest things about Dota. Is like maybe it's just sports and games in general. Actually, when you're behind and you're the underdog. I mean, you said it at the start of the series, right? You don't have that pressure and you're kind of let free. But it's more like when in this scenario anyway. For me, it's more like you're behind or you're the underdog and you think, okay, this is our chance to win. And you're all on the same page and you're making these decisions, right? We have to smoke to catch up. We have to smoke to catch up, and it's quite simply clear what you need to do to get back into the game. But when you're in the driving seat, knowing which levers to pull and what buttons to press to finish
the
game
win.
off,
She's on division.
needs to be Savage.
He was under a ward. They're gonna grab her.
They've got the Pulverize into the chain stuns. They've got the kill, and she's dead with that buyback.
Oh, what a huge pickoff. They also saw that she bought a Reaver. So, Reaver and Bottle recently acquired. They may suspect that she doesn't have the buyback. We're definitely gonna see him crack to the high ground here.
Straight up to tier 3.
X-Mark as well to keep the Luna safe. They can always pull her back.
They've got the Roshan's banner as well to keep that creep wave alive.
They're being very cautious about this, though. I think they could go even harder here if they recognize that she doesn't have it. Of course, it's scary. They can't be certain.
BKB's up there.
What a reaction.
Ari, he's just been pulverized. Tried to go into the Blink Lasso play, but he's dying, no surviving, gets behind tier 4s, and they've killed off the Lesh instead. Now, with the Primal Beast kind of stuck behind tier 3 tower, gee, I mean, the little outplays are just keeping them in the game.
Yeah, big move there, and the DK also showing his damage. He has a Daedalus. 2 Daedali on the side of OG now, and the DK with the Hurricane Pike and the Enchanted Quiver really hits quite hard. He can just Hurricane Pike someone like he did towards the end there and send out quite a few strong attacks.
And that comes back to the point you were making, right? Is that the Radiant could have gone harder. They could have been really pushing that tier 3, and Ari just senses that weakness, right? OG are such a good team at knowing there's blood in the water.
Yeah. They didn't have great AoE control anymore there on OG, and with the Wind Ranger not there, I thought that they could maybe just swarm the fight a little bit more, but very tentative approach. Of course, this is high pressure, and they didn't know for sure that there's no buyback. They had to play with the possibility that there is. Due to that, they gave OG a little bit of leeway to take the fight, and OG, they find a way to do it.
This is one of the closest games I've cast in a long time.
It really is, yeah.
4K, I feel, I've not looked at the graph, but like 4K net worth difference has been the most, right?
This game might be closer match and more exciting than any of the group stage matches I had at TI, to be honest. All those games were very one-sided overall. So yeah, this game is pretty damn hype. We have Leshrac building towards an A on disc next. He's got 3.5k gold. The Primal Beast is considering going for a Shivas, as they need some form of healing mitigation here against the Dragon Knight as well. Was the Satanic.
What was that? It was an 8k lead at one point for the Radiant when they had killed off Roshan, the Tormentors, pushed all the towers. They suddenly got ahead.
Yeah,
now
before the
straight back
Aegis
down
fight.
to nothing.
Yeah, it was the Aegis fight that was the real big one.
Dear me, I got 81% win rate and back down to 50-50. We're getting to a point where the Luna is kind of slotted.
It's all about initiation at this point as well. There's a lot of things to talk about, by the way. There's the Nullfire on the Kunkka, so Wind Ranger has to stay away from the Kunkka in the fights. She doesn't have level 25 yet. Could get that Wind Run, not dispel the talent when she gets there. Oh, they're going through the gate. This is risky.
Leshrac sent skywards, but then with the Wind Ranger, where did
She's
she
dead?
go?
It's a disaster, man.
What? Oh dear. OG, what's happened here? Deb's being stunned up. This Radiant squad is running straight towards 9 in the bottom right hand corner. They've got the Dragon Knight all locked in place. No buybacks for OG either.
Oh boy. He has a buyback at least, so he could come back. The Ari was thinking about cutting into creep wave, but not that easy to do. He also has mid creep wave to worry about. TPs to the outpost here coming in. Palianytsia going with tempo.
And they're trying to get onto Ari. We've got a 4-staff.
Oh, one catapult turned, so he can't pull all the creeps away. Both catapults now coming back. The siege is gonna happen.
Right up the high ground. Primal Beast is still keeping tabs on the Batrider. Ari trying to cut that additional wave as the Timber Saw. And he's on top of the Cracker Clockwork, being pushed around by the cogs. A little bit of a pinball machine inside. Completely locked down, trying to timber chain, gets up to high ground, a little bit of distance. But they've got the follow through with a jetpack. Now the
Luna says, I'm done with this.
There.
She's pushing.
You're right, Luna says, screw you and your bullshit. I'm not sitting here for a minute hitting a timber saw. I'm going to kill some buildings. They see it on the left-hand side. Razorback's gone. Top, soon to follow.
Might see a swap or something here. They're thinking about it. Wind Ranger coming up soon.
Who are you going to swap? The Beast? No.
The Luna.
The Luna. With a BKB bat, a lasso there too. Crystallize. Down you go. Good use of the displacement by OG.
Yeah, I saw the combo. Swap and lasso used. Really keeping him in place. And Fortnite Man, not again. He has BKB and he has TP, but he doesn't have mana for both. He can only use one. No!
Oh, that feels so bad.
Oh, isn't it sad, man? He saw like, oh yeah, I have mana for TP, I'm gonna just BKB TP, but that little mana cost they added.
Why isn't he just building a 4x4?
He should just have built a 4x4, man.
Put a little
Surely
ramp
you can
in
build
there.
your way out of this situation.
A little window to Tidebringer out of, yeah.
Build a tower, TP from it.
Yeah. Get into one, what are the gliders? Get into one of the gliders and fly to your fountain.
That's the next thing coming to Dota. We're gonna have glider rune. You can glide.
Or Deadlock. They've got the rail, like the monorail thing.
Zip lines?
The zip lines from lane to lane. Well, Leshrac, while that's all happening, stole the Wisdom Rune, and then he's playing into the Wind Ranger.
Is he not just dead?
See him. I think he is just dead.
I'm watching it and trying to understand, but he's just messing with the Wind Ranger, probably because he had to ward himself. Because he was trying to delay the Roche attempt. If he keeps the Wind Ranger busy, then they can't Roche earlier. I think that was the idea at least, but now he's not really strong enough to do that.
Now Clock is trying to do the same thing. I mean, pretty tanky, honestly. Jetpacking around. He's being very annoying. the side of the map as well. So Primal Beast can come through the gate. Luna's TPing bottom tier 2. Roshan is already below half HP though. In comes the Primal Beast, throws some rocks at them. Moonlight taking a lot of damage from 23 Savage as Roshan dies and the Aegis is claimed by OG. Nine has jumped in, they've got Moonlight locked up.
Now
A kill on the Primal Beast, and the Luna lassoed back in towards them as well. Crystallize being focused down, trying to heal up with the Satanically MKB. Standing her ground and fighting. Wind Ranger against Luna, and the Luna's going to lose because she's surrounded by 5. Completely pummeled down. Not much the Clockwork could do.
Clock gonna get caught as well here. No way to survive. Does finally go down, and that was a Leshrac buying back as well. The Palianytsia just falling apart in front of our eyes here, Gareth. They've been playing so well throughout this game, but the 1-by-1 for this Roche, I have to feel, just give up that Aegis, man. You can do it, you can fight through it, but they tried so hard not to give this Aegis away, and it cost them everything.
Yeah, I mean, these little Weasley moves is the point I was trying to make earlier, right? Like, OG are behind, they're trying to find that... You're looking for the angle, right? You're looking for that angle that's going to lead you towards victory, and OG knows it's Roshan. Whereas for the Radiant, you know, going to Roshan piecemeal by that, it's just never going to work out for you.
No, not without anyone nearby. It was just the 2 supports starting it out, and then Luna gets there finally, but by the time she gets there, her team has already died, and the swap is still available, so she just gets brought out of position. It was all just a nightmare scenario. Now with Refresher Shard on the Wind Ranger, as well as a Lincoln Sphere to protect her a bit, she is looking very fierce. Of course with the Aegis as well, the bigger reward from this.
And we're up to high ground. Through backdoor regen, in fact. I mean, 9 is no slouch himself. This Dragon Knight.
He's got 7,000 gold at this point, Gareth. He's rich.
He's massive.
Yeah. Considering a Satanic next.
Well, the burnt bread boys are going to have everybody alive in a second. They've lost a lane of barracks in this mid lane, it looks like, so at least OG evening things out in the mid.
Yeah, getting some stability here on the map as they're still, of course, down, having lost 2 side lanes and their tier 3 tower top. OG want to equalize the situation.
And I guess in these fights, you know, we've seen 23 Savage escape on like 1 HP. Now he's got 2 lives. How do you navigate this fight as the Radiant?
It's very tricky. I'm not even sure who you focus at this point. Maybe Dragon Knight needs to die. Wind Ranger is a good target, but with 2 BKBs, he doesn't have buyback.
Yeah, 100 seconds without him. 23 Savage has stepped up onto the Primal Beast now as well. The swap into further danger. Moonlight sent all the way to the back lines, but 23 Savage is focused up at the front. First life gone. Crystallize gets a good job done. And Seb now, I guess with no swap, they're going to have to put bodies in the way here to try and protect the Wind Ranger on her way back. And Cracker's Clockwork just jetpack and cogs. Tidal wave to drag Seb back towards tier 4s. Still alive though. Very tentative from the Radiant here. They don't want to go too deep, too hard. They'll just poke at Seb until he finally dies.
But he's Agnums. He's still here. He can still swap.
Right. And now,
just TPing in aggressively.
No boat, no eclipse. You need a good hook shot here. And a good tidal wave to try and take down 23 Savage. But the swap is there again from the Venge. Crystallize lassoed back in towards them. Fortnite Man, he's dead. Gone. Done for. Crystallize as well. Buybacks available. Triple buybacks out of the cause. But OG, I mean, they're still not afraid.
Triple buybacks, but they don't have ultis. They have the Kunkka ulti coming in now. But how do you even kill these people? Satanic's still up on the Wind Ranger. Finally, OG are going to say, you know what? That's probably enough damage. We're going to back out. They did get the melee racks. They got a ton of buybacks forced. Now they can go and stabilize the map. Actually, it's sticking around, though, with 4 heroes. Yeah, try just fixing the base.
Timber having a Lincoln's on top of this Wind Ranger as well. Just permanently Lincolns.
Ooh, he Manta dodged it.
Manta dodged the swap. Gleipnir comes with a shackle shot. 23 Savage. He sees Crystallize. This is very, very deep from the Wind Ranger, but he's got backup. 9 is here, as is Whisper. Crystallize half health, tries to turn and fight into the Wind Ranger. The swap! Finally, the Venge gets the Wind Ranger out of there.
Keeping him safe. Such a big move here. The Lotus Orbs coming in to protect from the Prima ulti, and then the swap as well. Luna losing so much HP with the Ghost Chip running out. Finally, they do get the top lane fully, so 2 for 2 on the racks, but it is OG who are massively ahead here, just have everything they need. Satanic is on the Dragon Knight now. Backpack just Mage Slayer for a while.
Look at that swing, that pivot from mid game to late game. OG really showing their experience and how to enter these fights.
The double Lincoln Spears and the Lotus Orb as well is really coming into effect here. The Kanda Lucent Beams are not really hitting. The Primal Ulti, he hasn't been able to ulti someone for a long time. And even when he gets to channel it finally, maybe Vengeful just swaps the target. So it's very tricky for them right now to take fights.
And both supports have, both Dire supports have ninja gears, so they're always obscured.
Yeah.
And
they're both very deadly as initiators too. Either of them could start the fight.
9. Him as well. Just a blink stun on the clockwork.
Ascetic Cap keeps him alive. He has status arrest, so just flies away.
Radiant have got 3 of them. Bloody need him.
It's a good item against all the chain stun going on in this game as well. Same as Wind Ranger, going for that Ascetic Cap just makes it even harder to burst her. Because I think that is the key win condition for them. Killing the Wind Ranger before she murders absolutely everyone. They have to lock her down. If she's allowed to focus fire, I think they'd always just lose the fight on the side of Radiant. But that puts them in a very awkward spot. As Vengeful, of course, she's there to save.
Like freaking D-Day all over again, isn't it? You know, you've got to disable the bunkers with the machine guns in them before you can storm up the beach. This Wind Ranger is an absolute bunker and a turret.
She definitely shoots like a machine gun, to tell you that much.
9. Stays on high ground for the duration of the Elder Dragon form. But we've seen a big pickup there for the Luna. A game-ending one, pretty much one way or the other.
Yeah, the Rapier is in. Knows that you need damage in this situation. Crystallize has seen desperate situations before, and this is definitely one of them.
Alright, calm
Times
down.
get tough. You gotta buy something crazy.
Or Navi. Wait, were you implying or inferring?
No, I wasn't saying
inferring.
anything, man. Just saying he's an experienced player. I don't know what you're inferring.
Yeah,
That's your own
That's on
meaning.
me. That's my internal bias kicking in. Wait, I've got nothing to do but be patient and kind of wait and hope that OG mess up now. Absolutely wild. We've gone from this like 1k, 4k net worth lead back and forth to 32,000 for OG suddenly pulling it out of the bag.
Oh, the double.
The catch on Crystallize. Lotuses and BKBs are up though. They're swapped back. Batrider's dead. The damage on the bench kills her off as well. 23 Savage. He's dropping low, but he's got the Satanic to try and turn and fight. This Crystallized Luna has been untouched so far. They need to deal with her quickly because she's got a triple kill and looking for more. Crystallized still at half health, trying to catch up to where this Wind Ranger's standing on the high ground. Kunkka and Primal, the bodyguards, pressing forwards, but they can't get past Whisper.
They got a turnaround?
Whisper's being too strong. Bells are bound from the Timbersaw, keeps them at bay, keeps 23 Savage alive.
What a crazy fight. That looked like it was going to be a better initiation, but due to the ascetic caps, the double grab lasso wasn't actually that good. Kunkka got out of it very quickly due to his ascetic cap. Luna as well, staying safe. I want to say that the neutral item actually turned that fight around entirely. If that double grab wasn't into the ascetic caps, it would have looked completely different.
They've died.
Yeah, because of that, they clumped up on the side of OG. They thought, oh yeah, we can combo with the lasso here, but they didn't have time to do it. And because of that, the fight just swung entirely in the favor of Palianytsia here, as they caught them beautifully with the clockwork.
Clockwork? No, it's his own ascetics cap. Kicking against the glow of the Wind Ranger.
That fly away.
Whisper. He's struggling here against the Luna's damage.
Get
out of there. 23 Savage walked back in to die.
I think he just didn't expect them to go on him, but now the Timber all alone has that Timber range though.
I thought Whisper was making enough noise and chaos that 23 Savage would just walk away, but I guess you're right. He walked in thinking he could do some more damage.
Yeah, he was looking for a fight, but could not quite do it.
It's not Mega Creeps yet, and we're back into like an even game space again.
Yeah, at this point, 20k lead for OG here, but we see this Rapier Luna. She is slapping. Crystallize has done so much damage. Anytime he gets close to the Wind Ranger, she immediately ticks down. And now going for Roche. They find a free banner on the floor. OG didn't want that one.
There's a lot of goodies in Roshan's
It's an OG
pockets.
banner. You put it in the enemy base.
What a wild... I'm not going to lie. You know, Western European qualifiers, game 1, day 1, OG
Starting out
against
good.
underdogs. I didn't expect a 50+ minute game.
It's starting out good, man. I think we're gonna have some fun
already.
games. This is fantastic. We now have Refresher Shard as well for them. They put it on the Primal Beast. Maybe, yeah, maybe they pass it to Kunkka. He is going for Hex as well. If he gets that, could double combo. But Primal having double BKB is also huge. And it will help his problem that he can't really grab people with Pulverize. If you have 2 Pulverizers, maybe you can go through the Lincolns.
Yeah, maybe. So, someone buy a Helm of the Dominator or something. Get a Satyr creep. Just go and like mana burn them to pop the Lincolns or something.
Yeah, we're getting to pretty crazy territory here. A lot of items coming in. Double Lotus Orb on Radiant as well. So that's turning a lot of these stuns back in the way of OG. And it's not that easy. The Lotus Orb counters the swap pretty damn well. The DK stun, he has to be cautious about how he uses it as well. I see Tormentor taken down here by OG. That's a shard for the Timbersaw now. He has the Flamethrower, those last racks. He could burn them down if he gets in position.
It's kind of funny how this is all played out. Both teams with, I want to say, similar draft archetypes. Like, Kunkka, Primal Beast, Timbersaw, Dragon, tanky boys who show and go in. Glass Cannon, Agi carries, or kind of softer, fragile carries with the Wind Range and the Luna, and then a couple of supports that are, outskirts, playing the fog, looking for reinitiations.
Definitely. Both drafts are very solid. Both are very similar in a way. Like you said, the archetype is the same. We see Radiant here making a smoke move through the gate to bottom. Luna is moving bottom. So scary for her to move around the map with a Rapier in hand.
Very, very, very dangerous.
Yeah,
it's like both teams know what each other are looking for. They're all looking for the same thing. And you said it like 30 minutes ago, the vision game, right? This is about vision. So many initiation heroes just need that little bit of intel.
It is a vision game, and one big thing to mention is that the Wind Ranger has that Aghanim Scepter as well, right? And right now, Lesh doesn't have any detection. The Clockwork does have Gem, and he does have the Rocket Flare vision, and he even has a Sentry on him. So his job is to make sure that Wind Ranger doesn't survive by just going invis, but if Clockwork has any other initiation that's not on Wind Ranger, she might be in a very, very good spot to take a strong fight here.
It's like you've got to take your moments, you've got to pick your moments, and you've got to be patient as well. And they've got to swap to save the Wind Ranger. A lasso again from Ari. The Primal Beast moves straight forwards, trying to get into the pack where the Wind Ranger is lurking. They'll change tack though and go for the Dragon Knight kill instead.
DK falling.
He's dead, and the Dragon Knight going to follow him in a second. 9 is gone. Both have buyback. Moonlight now goes on the Timbersaw. This Whisper Timber, he's tanky and does a lot of damage back into you. Stays alive, just barely surviving as the Kunkka falls now. I mean, Whisper's made a great escape.
Says, get out, get out.
Yeah, time to run and hide.
Tough fight there. They did force the DK buyback, but they lost to Kunkka, and he doesn't have buyback. He bought out that Hex before the fight, so they could go for a big move here on OG if they want to. There's still Aegis on Luna. We'll see if they want to go for it or if they're just going to wait. We're now fixing lanes, pushing every single lane out. Looks like they do want to make their way across the map here. 9 with this buyback. Wants to go down and try and get that final lane.
Hey, what are we at now? 60%? 61? 64. Ooh.
This is the moment here for OG. Chance for them to actually take the Mega Creeps and get a good advantage. It's not even game over if you get Mega Creeps, though. This game is 57 minutes in. It would only increase your win probability, not seal the deal.
Yeah.
Clockwork just holding high ground here, spamming the cogs.
Everyone's so farmed. Like, scaling capability is like halted until tier 5
supports are huge too.
Everyone's got a lot of money. All the Luna.
Swap save comes
Helped
in.
out by the clock. Another
swap again.
Right back in. Clockwork down, but this Luna's damage starting to add up. That rider disappears, but Crystallize with the BKB down, a little afraid of stepping further forward, just hoping that OG overextend themselves here. And Timbersaw, well, he's gone deep to kill off Moonlight. Very tanky fella will blink away now as the Kunkka arrives, trying to boat him down. Whisper dragged a little deeper into the Radiant base. As 23 Savage will BKB TP. 9 will run, and they've left Whisper here to die.
No way for him to stay alive there. And OG, they overstayed a bit into that. There was such a awkward initiation for them, but they still elected to keep pushing into it. And Radiant, they just take a really beautiful fight. They did expend some buybacks, but now with 5 alive, and we have 2 buybacks missing right now. 130 for the Batrider. 70 gold needed for Timbersaw. The Bounty Rune will get him his buyback. So 23 Savage helps him.
Important bounty rune there.
Yeah. Imagine if he got cut off on the way to the bounty rune there. That could have been devastating for them. But now they do have double buyback, and Vengeful is very good at defending base as well, putting people towards your tier 4. We'll see if Crystallize can move up here. He's held this rapier for a long time as well. He does not want to lose it.
Yeah,
the illusions.
A real big difference, though, of course, going back to the topic again, Luna in her base, standing her ground and fighting, and Luna trying to go up to enemy high ground. You can see that difference immediately there as the Wind Ranger pushes her back.
This ward behind the push is really big for OG. They have vision here.
Crystallize with the clockwork, the Primal Beast. Can I get this 23 Savage Wind Ranger? Seb's trying to stand and bodyguard 23, but she's trapped in the cogs and dead.
She has buyback.
But the barracks have fallen. Mega creeps are now here.
Oh, can they get out cleanly here? They need to back out, but maybe they can give chase on the side of OG. Not let them TP out. Crystallize gets hexed!
Oh, does he? Oh, goodness. The Whisper Timber. He's found his man. BKB, Refresher, TP, Crystallize. He needs to get the hell out of here.
Oh,
9.
No.
He's there on the lash rack and the clockwork, so the 2 supports are going to be the sacrifices here, it looks like.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a dieback on the clockwork now. They know that he doesn't have buyback, so again, a timing window has opened. Crystallize says, I'm fine, guys, I'm fine. But 2 of his supports got baited in there.
What a game. Right, tier 5 items, boys. Go get them.
Yeah, we have 60 minutes. Let's see. It is OG who are in a great position to pick up all these items before they push with the clockwork dead as well. They can easily clear some ancients before going up here. See if they grab something.
Well, Luna just bought her backup rapier, so I'm assuming she has buyback and the backup. Yeah.
Ah, yes, we have rapier at home, and it's actually a rapier at home.
It's a real rapier.
It's a real katana in the living room.
Oh. So no clock for 70. Lesh, yeah. I was gonna. Lesh has just got to buy back now, surely.
Yeah, they didn't go for any of the massive items here. They haven't gone to pick up their neutral items before the push. They're just going for the mega creeps. They have the DD rune timing.
Yeah, I guess they feel their moment. Oh my god.
Wind?
Straight on this Wind Ranger. Where's the swap? Where's the save? There we go. Seb comes in to save the day. 23 Savage dishing out
She's
some
still
serious
dying.
damage. We're taking it as well. The Seb can heal. It's not enough. Wind Ranger dead for 2 minutes alongside the Venge. There's Crystallized Luna still alive. Whisper and 9 holding the line here, trying to keep them at bay, but Crystallized
Luna
can't stand his ground. Luna's dead. They come back in with the damage, pick up the rapier. 9's got it now. We're in a 2v2 game.
What is this fight, man? It's so crazy. They're still going here. Of course, it looks like only 2 are alive, but Vengeful Illusion is still here and healthy.
Through a 9 with a rapier. He's on this Kunker, scythe into scythe action as Whisper steps up. Fortnite Man is about to drown. He's nearly dead, taken down. Crystallize in trouble. The Daedalus crits out of this Dragon Knight. Oh, it looked like it was going to be too much.
He's trying to
Crystallize is still alive, barely, but the throne is falling. Fortnite Man with a tidal wave trying to push back Whisper, but he's got the chain, back to safety, now inside the vice, hexing up the Dragon Knight, stop the throne from dying with a clockwork and the Conquer, they've got the damage to bring him down and the rapier's reclaimed. OG couldn't finish the game. They were close to it, but they're all dead now. And the creeps in the time.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get some damage.
They're gonna do it. They're finishing the game.
They are. Just travel in. Sell stuff, TP in. They got it. Man. What a better way to kick off the series or the entire season here. That is a beautiful qualifier.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely incredible. 62.5 minutes. Oh.
Looks nice. You have good heroes that you're going up against. You have nice teammates with a Mars in your team and Primal to lock people down. I like their odds here, man.
Yeah, and it's not just that initiation and lockdown as well. It's the kind of beefy bodies who can maybe protect you with a spear back. You know, Sand King, Batrider, pretty good initiators in their own rights if you're able to kind of disjoint that with an onslaught or something. You could save the
we
Medusa
saw
from a lot.
Crystallis, like our observer pointed out here, did take the venomous volley facet still, despite the fact that he's carry. Sometimes we see them take the other facet with the damage from the Mystic Snake, but the venomous volley is really, really good for just generally slowing people down. And when do you not love that? Alk also with the seed money, starting out with boots and items, the support value.
There's a farmed little fella already. What is this? Venomous Volley? It is an on-hit effect for split shot.
Yeah, so it's you hit a few times and then your next hit is gonna slow. So basically it's like you're monkey kinging off the creep wave. So you keep hitting the creep wave and then trigger it onto a hero. So...
And then with split shot as well. Get to level 25. Everyone's tagged by it. Oh, concoction. Straight onto Whisper. Couple of bounty runes there. For both sides, though.
Yeah, Medusa
in
an awkward spot.
Being body blocked by Seb.
A lot of damage on her.
On her, the mana pool's pretty much all gone. Just a couple of hits, but Moonlight and Cracker turn onto Ari. You get the kill. First bloods for them. Now keep the Medusa alive. I mean, Crystallize isn't happy about what's going on, but
I feel like maybe Seb had a chance to skill Arrow and get a kill there on her. He didn't skill anything on Mirana. Didn't use any ability for that fight.
Did he know? I mean, Whisper's still getting clicked by this Alchemist. The position 5 Alg throwing the punches.
Yeah, I mean, he was down to 150 HP and no mana on the side of Crystallize, so it was close.
She should have died.
Gets herself to a top lane at least, and now is the Alchemist just going on the Doom, bringing his HP down.
And keep them at arm's length away from the Medusa. Furry's going to get sniped though, it looks like, as Alk will lose his. Mid lane, 9 taking an absolute beating from this Primal Beast.
Yeah, got trampled for a lot of damage.
Does get to last hit on the tower though. New wave's going to arrive there too.
Got enough gold for his bottle, so he has that available. But yeah, there's a charge plus trample ready. But obviously with Burst Strike, can't really dive him on the tower.
Does make sure. Get a couple of those last hits at least, 9.
Crystallize sent out some mangoes to stay fed here on the lane. Gonna go for the mana boots first, of course, as is standard on Medusa.
It's not often we see Medusa at half HP in a lane, right?
No, usually when the HP drops, she either is already dead or,
yeah,
you know,
standing and rampaging. Mid lane, there's 9, taking a lot of damage, but giving as good as he took. Under the Sandstorm, a bit of damage back onto Moonlight with Burrow Strike. Unlikely to get the kill there, but should be able to guard the rune at least for his bottle refill.
Yeah. Gonna go and pick up some water runes. Stay hydrated, mid laners.
There's a... Crystallize is fine. There's a third lane, isn't there? Yes, what's happening bottom?
A little bit.
3 minutes in. Void 9 and 1. Where's Mars? Oh, he's at the top. I was looking at the middle of the table. Where's Mars is 13 and 2.
Yeah, Mars is doing great on this lane so far. Under the help of his Leshrac. Lesh, also a pretty dominating lane support, has been bullying quite a bit. And 23 Savage just getting continuously clicked here.
Not a super happy time having to time walk away, but the spear on the Mirana into a bit of damage from the Leshrac's Edict, forcing a leap at the very least.
Ooh, they find the kill.
Up at top.
Still no points in Scorched Earth on this top lane. Whisper had to go for the Infernal Blade for the first blood attempt, and back to Devour now. Still they managed to find a kill without Scorched Earth. That's surprising even.
Yeah, I guess it's just the bat effect against the Pos 5 Alk.
Yeah, Batrider is definitely a hard one to play melee support into.
Ari, even think about stopping any pulls coming through. Make sure that creep camp belongs to him. They are going to chuck a concoction at the Doom. And it's chipping away at them. As this. And the name of the game up here is just protect your Medusa, keep Crystallizers farmed as possible. 7-3, not a great spot to be in. That mid lane, though, 9. Just about.
I thought he was going to be fine there. He had the boots, and Sanking didn't have boots, but he couldn't really get the distance away from the Sanking, and Sanking finds the kill. Big kill for 9 here, getting a 1v1 kill.
And down bottom lane, spear,
Void.
the damage, 23 Savage is dead.
Yeah, level 2 Edict. That's a lot of damage coming through. Don't need a lot of lockdown to be able to kill him, and he had his time walk on cooldown. Couldn't stay alive.
540 pure damage. Back into mid lane again, 9. He's got the Fairy Fire. Keep himself topped up with the bottle as well. And Moonlight came back with a bit of rage and anger.
Yeah, like I said, that matchup is harder than the Dragon Knight. He did fine last game on Moonlight on the Primal Beast, but against the Sand King, you know, Sand King is gonna ramp up his farm here.
Yeah, much different game to game 1, where there was a like level 4 carry rotations through Twin Gates and stuff like that. A lot of focus on the carries, trying to get the kills there. Moonlight does take down 9 as the Sand King going with a low HP in the mid lane, just gets trampled down.
Yeah, he cleared the jungle and then went back. Or actually he went and just checked it.
Top lane. Flame break on this Alchemist as he launches a concoction at the Doom. And his dying move, but Crystallize didn't really want to stick around to try and get the kill.
Moonlight is running top, but they already saw him there on Observer Ward, spotting him.
Oh, the same ward again, huh?
Yeah, basically. Same spot. At least by Ari this time, not by Seb, but... difficult for him to find the initiations that he wants. 20 seconds, we have the first power rune. Gonna be very important here. Primal Beast, if you find some strong rune, Arcane DD Haste can always be a massive threat to his side lanes.
Why does Seb have so many last hits?
I mean, he's been continuously arrowing, but I guess he's found farm when the Void died as well.
I guess so.
But yeah, he's been clearing the camps with his arrows as well.
At one point, he wasn't far from the Medusa's last hit values, honestly. Oh, he's the real carry in this one. A shield rune for 9, as Ari helps guard it. A rune taken, a ward taken out bottom by QBFY. And Void left completely alone down there. Now, 6.5 minutes in, this is where you start to think, you know, Twin Gate moves, lane stage breaks down, get some rotations. Primal Beast, first one up top, didn't really pay off, but we'll see 9 make the move now.
Yeah, 9 going up here top, looking for the Medusa. Sitting at pretty low mana. Mana boots on cooldown. She does have 12 stick, but is it going to be enough?
Nah, there's no way you're escaping from this. Surely not. For the Doom and the Bat here, Crystallize even has to contend with 23 Savage and his level 4 rotation, right?
Yeah, he's coming through. It's the timing. We've seen this a lot, honestly. It was Skeeter who started doing it a lot in TI, coming through like level 4 as a Luna or something, just making the rotations.
Yeah. Like Luna or Gyro, like you come through, you Lucent Beam once, and you go back to farming, or you send a homing missile. It's like, right, I'm done here. Come in a bit of a poke and see what's going on.
Yeah.
And the Doom with 3 braces, raindrops, and Lotus is still gonna die up top. Takes a little bit extra.
He did invest in a lot of bracers, but not enough to keep him alive here. Medusa, meanwhile, cleared up a little bit mid creeps, so she's finding farm elsewhere. Gives some time to Alchemist, I guess, to take the top farm for now.
And I guess with Devil's Bargain, he can sell them all again, right?
On the on the Doom, yeah, for sure. Yeah, Doom is probably one of the best heroes to buy a bunch of bracers and cheap items early on, and then you can just swap out of it. It doesn't really cost you much. Doesn't look like he's gonna be abusing Devil's Bargain that much.
Yeah, definitely
mid. Moonlight charges away.
Well, down at bottom, the Faceless Void has been speared, Arena concocted and killed, but mid lane, you're right, Moonlight is dead.
Yeah, nice dive in.
Snipes him.
The haste rune helping out there, otherwise he was gonna get away, but Mirana gets a little bit lucky. Yeah, I was gonna say he's not gonna abuse that much because he's not going for the Midas Blink abuse back and forth, it seems like. He's going for a Blink Dagger first, but doubt we'll see him do the Midas trick as well.
Yeah, right. We saw that Midas mucking around with that. I was trying to remember who it was, and it was Ramses who went for Blink. He didn't go Midas, right? There was a couple of games where he literally went Blink, got a kill with Blink Doom, sold his Blink, and then went Pipe and Aura items.
Oh, he did it. He did it with Midas too, but yeah, he did it with a lot of stuff. He played it several games. In one game, he bought Midas first, used it, sold it, bought Blink, ganked, sold it, bought Midas, and he went back and forth. It was pretty funny.
It's definitely a kind of a contested ideology around the Devil's Bargain and what you.
Some people hate it because it's like, oh, you lose 200 gold every time you do it. But, you know, I also saw Ramses make it absolutely look broken, where he continuously found the kills while also Midasing. So, it depends on the game, I guess.
Well, Cracker up top, holding this tier 1, but getting run at by Ari and Whisper. Does launch the concoction, and there's TP's coming. Leshrac and Mars
Everybody's
trying to make
here.
a meal of this.
Here.
Crystallized Medusa and a Sanking, you're right. Burrow Strike right into the Mars. The epicenter taking them down, and that's 2 kills for 9. Crystallized not going to live too long either. Infernal Blade, the damage rips her apart as Moonlight tries to come in to get something.
The
Whisper,
Sandstorm.
that's the sacrifice they'll make, but OG have done so much damage here.
Oh my god, that is the
It might not be
perfect
over.
fight.
5-man wipe on the cards.
Yeah, Cracker gonna run
gonna
into
get scattered.
9 here. Unfortunately, just finds him.
Boy, howdy. A little cherry on top of the ice cream sundae there as they get absolutely demolished.
Oh my god, that is such a dream fight for 9. He gets the insta-kill on 2 heroes, wins the fight entirely, they get the tower. On the way out, he gets both a kill and a rune as well. The momentum on the Sanking is insane now. He's the man of the hour. He is 6.5k net worth, 2,000 ahead of the Mars.
Just a dream blink reveal.
Yeah, absolutely flawless. And he's gonna go straight into the Bloodstone next. And he has ancient stacks now. The good news just keep on coming.
He's gonna have like a 12-minute bloodstone or something.
He is big. He is real big. Also,
At least. I get a kill on Whisper down bottom. This Fortnite man has been doing a very good job with the arenas. Every arena has netted them a kill.
He built an arena, man. It makes sense. That was what they did wrong. He didn't build enough in last game. You don't build a boat.
I just put it up, get the structures going. Well, that's what went wrong, right? They played the no build, the no build Fortnite game 1.
Yeah.
You're onto the real stuff. I still think about that Doom because we even had a point where Dooms were buying like Greaves pipe, then selling it late game, like 40-50 minutes in, and then you let your support rebuy it. Like your Mirana's like, what do I buy, guys? And Doom's like, I've sold my pipe. That's your job now.
Fortnite man has been spotted here by Ari,
Ooh.
but they don't have the blink range on 9 to start the stun there. Can't get to safety. He does want to farm the stack though, and in comes Sand King.
That is a juicy stack, and it's all going to be stolen, and he's going to be killed. They've come in with the Primal Beast on Leshrac though, trying to turn it, but a lasso onto Moonlight might just secure his demise here. The Doom's arrived, Burrow Strike back, 9. He has been... okay, I'm not going to say that. He's been central. I was going to say he's the epicenter of OG's moves, and I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
I can tell you, there's a lot of places I want to go in the world. There's a lot of places you want to be, but where you don't want to be is under a sandstorm with Firefly on it. Dear God, the damage over time is just nasty. Standing inside of this, they tick down. Primal Beast went in thinking, oh, sure, we can fight, but you cannot stand in that, man. That is too much. 175 damage per second standing in the 2 of them, and that's without the sticky napalms.
That's a lot of damage.
Meanwhile, Void finding space as well for himself to farm, not even using his ulti. OG off to a much better start here than the previous game.
There's a Void in this game. Still not looking the best farm-wise, but that's Faceless Void, right? He's just hitting lane creeps, getting pressured. Things are kind of hard for him.
He's usually quite behind early on, yeah. And he did have a rough lane. The Leshrac was doing work on that lane, so he needs to recover a bit. The only time you're not going to be lower on the core net worth is when you dominate the lane. They just didn't. Another smoke move coming in.
And who does
Whisper,
OG
can
have
he blink
down
out of
here?
it?
Doom and Mirana.
Oh no, he blinked into
them.
it.
Oh dear. Didn't expect them to be right there. And half HP. Yeah, no answer from OG. Just let Whisper die. Mirana was kind of lurking in the shadows, but that just means Seb will get some more last hits.
Yeah, no way. No way to save him there. Just save yourself. And Seb will be happy to keep building some items. He's actually quite farmed in this game, like you pointed out earlier. He's got drums coming out now with mana boots, with double bracer.
Ooh,
Void.
Very nice. Great Spear Arena, but it's not enough.
Imagine if you had a stunning hero next to you. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
Trick is like
Fortnite Man throwing his nukes there, I definitely feel like he was calculating that, oh yeah, we can chain stun and kill him, but there's no such thing. 2 points in Lightning Storm. And this is not going to QBFY to flame him. This is the build. This is what people do.
Oh, this is voice like you've ultied me, I'm gonna ulti you. Kills an observer ward. Where are the bashes? Hey? 23 Savage, where are the bashes?
Yeah, he only has 3 points in it. I guess 20% is not happening. Mid, we see a jump now.
Good blink away.
Yeah.
A primal defensive blink. Knew something wasn't quite right, but he does have to relinquish that tier 1 mid. And still they go in with 9. Arrow to follow through, and the Doom from Whisper for good measure. Four heroes from OG just out of nowhere.
OG are just cycling their ultis here. So many big ultis being used to get kills, but this is what you want. Just get all of them on cooldown repeatedly and get value. Meanwhile, it just looks like Palianytsia, they don't really have the go group up and go team. They went with Leshrac and Mars top, but they need more to be able to kill a core priority target.
Now it's them who's kind of in the waiting game for the Medusa to be ready.
Yeah, they're waiting, but it also doesn't feel that good to be waiting for your Medusa to get ready when you know that there's a lot of scaling going on Radiant. Yeah. And you're putting a lot of eggs in the same basket here, whereas the Mirana, she's slowly building a BKB, you know? Seb is saying, screw this support life, I'm scaling out of it, I'm gonna be a core at some point. And just with level 2 or level 3 ulti later on, he can do a lot of damage.
That's fair. I guess.
Yeah. He's going, man. He's gonna become a core.
We have a grab. Continue farming ancients. Oh, Mr. Alchemist. He puts down the glorious green.
Yeah, puts down the little acid spray, but not enough to do anything there to deter them. Again, the Firefly Sandstorm combination, just not where you want to be. Sand King now with that Bloodstone and 1400 gold. He's getting so huge. There's a lot of farming in the game, but Sand King is by far and away pulling ahead.
I mean, yeah, he's monstrous. Maybe this pipe on Mars can help mitigate some of the magic damage, but at some point, Dire have got to play into their Medusa. It's never felt like their 4 heroes, moves have really paid off. OG are kind of biting back, and like you said, that it's kind of the 4v4 and then the 1+1 farming. And like you mentioned, it doesn't feel good when you're going late game against the Faceless Void.
They put down the wards.
Blink Burrow. Moonlight is caught up onto the Sand King, but the Faceless Void is here. Mars Arena down, but they're still caught up inside of it. 4 in the chrono. Damage is lacking, though. They couldn't finish anybody off. Doom is here to try and help out 9. Look for the Primal Beast on the left-hand side, and 23 Savage is killed off the 2 supports.
Mirana chasing on the Medusa. Ulting and trying to run.
Crystallize. Zone gauge is over.
Should be fine here. Sand King is not really close enough to catch him. But again, that's losing 3 heroes and Medusa running away, conceding the farm area. The prime farming territory has gone to 23 Savage now on his Faceless Void, who's going to propel himself even higher. He's actually ahead of the Medusa in farm now.
Yeah, I mean, this is much more how it felt like Game 1 should have been going, right? The kind of building and building, 10k lead for OG, stepping forward, looking for pickoffs. This Medusa hasn't had as easy a time as the Luna has in terms of flash farming to a point of strength, and really just hasn't felt like there's been an opening for them. Until now, a quick little snipe and a pick-off on the bat. But every time they go for a quick little snipe and a pick-off, it's met with some serious resistance. Sand King will die. Finally, they get the kill on 9. He came in here to try and help them out. Whisper and 23 Savage looking for the Medusa, but 23's got to fight Fortnite, man. And he's no slouch. Crackers
Spear
come in.
cooldown.
Some
2
good
seconds,
damage. But he's got the time walk to get back. While Whisper with a triple bracer. Let's see if he can escape. Yeah, he's tanky, but he's got 3 on his tail. Crystallized, Fallout Man, and Cracker here. Enough damage to bring him down.
Can't really leave that area, and huge kill. Getting him is a good kill, but getting the Sand King is an absolutely enormous kill. One thing to mention in this game, a little funny interaction, not for Sand King though, is the fact that he went Bloodstone, but Medusa doesn't actually give you any healing since you're only doing mana damage.
Oh.
So he died because Medusa doesn't actually contribute any healing for him, and the Bloodstone didn't help. Otherwise, maybe he could have stood his ground. We've seen a lot of Sand Kings just turn around in these team fights, but specifically this carry doesn't allow him to do it.
Well, lifesteal, not... Nothing works against Medusa, does it?
I mean, you're not doing HP damage, so yeah, no. If it goes on the mana shield, then no. You're lifestealing from the 2% of damage that goes through it.
Oh, yes, that's a lot.
Yep.
Whisper with the Hand of Midas. A lot of bracers still out there in the inventories of everybody.
Oh, yeah. 6 minutes to go. The power spike is coming.
That's when it kicks in.
Mars working on this Blink Dagger.
Needs it real bad. Ari, he's found a grab onto Moonlight.
Had cooldown on Onslaught as well, so no way to get away. He was farming under a ward. Dangerous spot to be, and they're gonna go for a contest on the Tormentor here. Going in and stealing. Doesn't look like Dire have any chance to do anything about this too. Just gonna get robbed.
Fortnite Man is here around the Twisted Towers, wondering if anyone's gonna come and drop on him and help. Nope.
Yeah. Well, he sends an optimistic spear to try and get the last hit, but
5 seconds after it died.
he tried, man. That's what counts.
Maybe, you know, the bat is low HP and steps forward, he gets a kill. Maybe.
Could be. Meanwhile, Medusa has found some time to farm at least. Building towards that butterfly, has actually pulled himself ahead of 23 again. So he's getting close. Needs 1,300 more gold for a butterfly. But
in a much harder game for Moonlight this time around.
Definitely, yeah.
You said it from lane stage as well, wasn't it? It's harder lane, harder time to move.
Yeah, Sand King is very tricky to play into as well. It's just very annoying to go in. Normally, Primal Beast, he kind of relies on the fact that he has so much HP early game, and that not all heroes can go through that. But Sandstorm is just a continuous source of damage that does not stop. And he has found himself punished by it. And this 2-hero Roche is gonna work out for the side of OG here. This Faceless Void getting some help from the Doom tanking up. If you buy 3 bracers, you better tank for your carry like this.
You better, yeah. Honestly, like a big surprise. I wouldn't be surprised if this Dire team just jaws on the desk. Like, wait, so they roached?
Yeah. Yeah, I think they didn't see this one coming at all. We saw no moves. They didn't scan or move towards it. And now with the Aegis in hand on Void, he can farm more aggressively.
Not even a ping. 9. He's blink burrowed on his Leshrac. Oh yes, 2 points in the split earth. Coming in and stunning the Sand King. But QBFY is pretty dead here as Ari will cut him off at the pass. The chase is still on further north as well. The Faceless Void has pressed forward. He spotted the Primal Beast, but can't quite get there with the Chrono.
Ari on his Batrider was not far away from getting a grab on Medusa there, but gets himself to safety. Bottom lane now, Mars showed on the creep wave, and 9 wants to punish it.
Well,
Holding stun. Oh, that's not enough, is it?
Ooh.
Oh, the blink juke.
He blinks though.
but it's a cute play, but what do you do now? No, you don't have TP.
You hide, and you hope, and you cope, and you die. They spears the Sand King through the Batrider, but again, OG have brought the numbers.
Yeah.
Not just stark different. Oh, they've got Moonlight top as well. They have Chrono. Pulverize from Moonlight is just going to delay the inevitable because Seb's damage there is actually pretty insane, but the Faceless Void's first life is gone thanks to Medusa coming in.
Stuns are coming in.
Oh, Leshrac, the timing. The timing with the chain stuns. Concoction after Split Earth. The damage is done.
Beautiful right there. They set it up really well. Alchemist starting his channeling at a very good time with it, and Lesh being the first one stunned. Just perfect.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, I did not expect them to get the Faceless Void, but They found a way.
No, I was starting to feel a little bit worried about the way this game's going, honestly, but they've landed a couple of good spells and combos. And keep them back for now as well. Because, like, game one, it really felt like this team was sharks. You know, they knew what they wanted to do. They knew who they were hunting for, what they were doing. Blood's in the water. They go for it. They were fearless. This game, the script is kind of flipped. OG are sheepdogs against sheep in this one. You know, just pushing them back into the little fences you go. Yeah, Medusa, go over there and farm the small camp of wolves. We'll take your ancients. You know,
can I draw your attention to what I said about Mirana? She's gonna become a core. Look at the net worth. she's massive. She's 11,000 net worth, ahead of the Doom, ahead of the Mars, ahead of Primal. He's catching up to the Faces Void in farm.
That's wild.
Yeah. And all of that is very efficient items right now. BKB and Shard as well. Tons of damage.
Alright, the immediate lasso onto this Primal Beast. It probably just seals the deal in the fight. Mirana's the focal point here, but she's got BKB, Seb will turn, battle back with the Chrono down. They've caught out this Lesh and Medusa. Arena will at least buy a bit of time for Crystallize, but with 9 arriving now, the damage is just too substantial. Whisper barely surviving, Concoction comes, but it's not quite enough. The Solar flares up, a triple for 9, move back in under the tier 2 tower, and a 5-man wipe.
Clean fight for them, beautifully done, and sadly for Palianytsia, doesn't feel like they have the tools to take these team fights. They don't have the BKB yet on Primal, they don't have enough damage on Medusa to really threaten anyone. Yes, you have Butterfly, but nobody's dying to you, so ultimately they're just getting run over in these fights, and we see OG. This is more what people expected going into the qualifiers, looking like the, you know, the powerhouse that they should be.
Like, what leads to this situation? Like, is this kind of a symptom of the draft? I'm not talking about Seb being a core, like overfarmed Mirana. Is this because Void had a bad lane, or Seb's had a good game, or like why is Seb so farmed? Has he said, "Screw you, I'm the carry now" to 23 Savage? What's happened?
I'm actually going to say it's a few things. First of all, yes, he's kind of just said, I'm going to farm. He hasn't died a single time. So he played a very clean game and not dying and being on the map all the time. And he's definitely found farm. He has 141 CS. But it's not really so much about that. It's more about Palianytsia, their lineup, while it's good in team fights, has struggled to make stuff happen in the early game. They haven't really grouped up and found a lot of kills with the Primal Beast. They've been countered really greatly. Like, Primal has died 10 times this game.
Oh, has he?
So most of the things comes down to the fact that Palianytsia's early game has crumbled. They don't have the strongest 4-man fighting squad, or at least they didn't group very well to do so early.
And I guess then when you've got a guy like Ari who's playing Bat for the second game in a row with just scouting. Like, yeah. Ari's heat map is dire side of the river. I don't think he's spent much time on the Radiant side other than respawning.
It's very tricky. All of OG's lineup is pretty hard to go on, right? Doom is very tanky, but then you look at everyone else. Everyone else is super mobile. Burst strikes, blinks, we have 4 staffs now, we have leap, we have time walk, all these different things make it hard to kill them with Leshrac or Alchemist.
And a lasso on the Medusa, who's... Well, she's completely alone.
Oh, Void is grabbed on mid too.
They're going carry for carry here, trying to catch out 23 Savage. I say try, they have succeeded.
Yeah, huge kill for them. They get a bit more reward for that, but meanwhile they're gonna lose their tier 2 tower, most likely. Actually, a glyph keeps it alive for now. One more creep wave at least. And they find themselves some space on the map. I think you're happy with this if you're Palianytsia. You need to work your way back into the game somehow, and getting kills on the Faces Void is a big payday.
They get to farm 2 lanes and a jungle? It's unheard of this game.
Yeah, actually getting out and getting some space on the map.
Nine's going to come and put a stop to it, though, with Ari, it looks like. Back to top. Boot them out of the lane. Now it's back to kind of recuperating map space. Tormentors, there's potential Roshans down the line.
Seb is smoke revealing. He's doing this on purpose. I don't know if he survives, though.
Oh, he does. Good double leap away from the arena, the spear, the third leap into TP, and the chat wheel line for good measure.
Yeah, that's huge. He stopped this smoke gank from happening as well, and wasted the arena now from the Mars. If Mars was the one to go first there, he could probably have blinked after her immediately and gone the arena, but he wasn't the first one to break, so kind of hard for him to catch. Shrek finds spaces, Void. He doesn't have a BKB yet.
Stuns are coming.
Void?
He's dead, isn't he?
He sure is.
That's not the first time we've seen this. It's a problem OG is struggling with. 9 has come in as the cavalry to try and make a fight out of this. They've got a Doom on the Mars. Primal Beast has to BKB and run away. The Mirana's focusing the Mars down. Moonlight will TP with his BKB and survive. Lashrak and Alchemist also making the run for it.
Again, fantastic for Palianytsia. And Medusa is farming meanwhile, so they get another kill on 23 and get to farm the map. This time the push is coming in towards the tier 2 tower and they don't have Glyph though. So maybe finally they're going to have to lose some building.
That did feel like one of the big weaknesses from OG in game 1 was kind of mid to late game, 23 Savage going for like one wave too many or being in that dead lane or the opposite side of the map to the rest of his team. Just a little bit ahead of himself, it feels like.
Yeah, I was surprised the Faceless Void found himself bottom after Mirana just revealed that everyone is down there. Yeah. And revealed the smoke gank. And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to farm bottom without BKB. So maybe he had a different read. He thought that they left bottom area afterwards, but no, they were definitely still there.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? I don't know if it's a comms thing or a read thing, but something definitely is.
Yeah, just holding this in. But yeah, some miscommunication perhaps. Mirana, by the way, has a full Diffu now as well, so scaling. She has overtaken the Faceless Void as well, with him having a bit of a time off on the timeout bench.
Do you think Seb knows? Like, he
just
knows
how
he's farmed, but does he know he's third?
Probably not third, no.
I'll give you a flight. Off he goes. And then I guess on the flip side, does Primal Beast know he's bottom 3?
I think he knows. Yeah, he can feel it. You get a pretty good feel like, oh boy, I'm so far behind where I should be, or in Seb's case, like, oh damn, just rich.
Lasso on the Alchemist. Arena Spear not going to work as Seb's quick again with the fingers on the BKB this time. Crystallizes Stone Gaze at least. Holds back the aggression there, but 23 Savage has made a wraparound in with a Chrono onto the Medusa in the back with 9 over the top. Fortnite ban is being destroyed.
Beautiful Chrono and dump in the damage.
Another good, well-executed fight from OG.
Yeah, now they can just go straight pushing here. Primal Beast, he's running around, but even if he cuts the next creep wave, doesn't matter. They have a wave already. They can try and glyph to kill it, but there's a lot of heroes who can tank the shots as well.
And then probably shouldn't be too hard for OG to kind of gather wave bottom and push tier 2.
They keep it alive with the tanking and then glyphing as well. At least there are tier 2 towers, so they have to go back for that bottom tier 2. They can't just go straight racks here.
There's a big wave coming.
Concerned for Palianytsia, and they're going for this Eye of Skadi on Medusa next, but even if she gets it, she's still not really threatening damage outputs. Everyone is getting so farmed that they can pretty much shrug off her damage output. Especially with this Shiva's guard on tanking, mitigating a lot.
It really hasn't seemed like a threat. There's a bit of a funny moment between the Lesh and the Void there. Around the Twin Gate. And Roshan, he's about to respawn. Radiant side. Still 3 minutes of daytime. This has got to be something the Dire contest, right? You can't give the Void an Aegis.
You have to smoke there. Do they have a smoke though? They don't. I think. Yeah, I don't think they have a smoke at all. That's rough. I don't think you can contest it without smoke. They're gonna try and walk there, but they walked over a ward right now, so they are already spotted.
And they're so slow getting there.
Yeah, they're not gonna be in time.
Already gone. Ari is, again, positioned very nicely here to kind of smoke break, look for wraparounds. Hey, didn't come fast enough. So OG have got themselves an Aegis for 23 Savage.
They're still looking for something. They're thinking maybe people split up, maybe they go to different lanes, but no. It's a smoke from OG. They're gonna bait with the Doom.
Say hello to Whisper, and then say hello to his friends behind him. The Whisper getting pulverized. 9 does get stunned and clipped. On the right-hand side, the lasso's there. It's 23 Savage, even through the BKB, taking a lot of damage, but he's got the big Chrono. That's what they needed with the Sandstorm and a bit more damage over the top. They've got tons of it to dump in and force the GG.
23. He redeems himself a bit there after getting caught a few times, but the Chronos have been really good in these fights as well. Last fight as well, he caught them going around and behind, and this time catches 4. OG. In a way stronger way than last game, they managed to now get...
Let's jump into it and see how he does. Game 3 here. Western European qualifiers for DreamLeague Season 24. It's still the first series of the day. We're in the upper bracket quarterfinals. We've got 3 series on every single stream. I think there's like 5 or 6 streams going on at the same time. Tons and tons of games across all the regions, of course. As we get ourselves back into this one and see if OG, the favourites, can actually live up to their reputation and their name, or if this unknown Ukrainian upstart squad are going to undo all the hard work that OG have done in building their new roster.
Yeah, we'll see how things work out here. We see Palianytsia do the same thing that they've done every single game in the series so far. Game number 3, they're going to do a late smoke and look for kills. They are still waiting. There we go. Here comes the smoke. This is a move that they've done 3 times in a row now, so a little bit predictable. At the same time, OG have also done the same move 3 times in a row where they don't go for a late smoke. Instead, get the wards down early and then sit and protect against the smoke rotations. See them holding key choke points.
Yeah, they've got a little Sato from the Chen roaming around as well. Down at that bottom rune spot.
Don't see anyone right now.
And nobody spotted. Concoction channeled by the Alchemist just runs straight forwards.
Dude, he wants those runes. And they get 4 runes?
4?
That's a huge win, dude.
Wow.
I did not expect them to be able to win the runes that hard, but yeah.
Look at
they
the
paired up in a
Alchemist,
good way. 4 runes with an Alchemist on your team.
Happy chappies all around. 1k gold lead straight away.
I mean, he bought a Tango, Salve, Sentry, and a Clarity with Bounty Rune Gold. That is a lot to be sending out early on.
On top of boots and blood grenade and whatever else he's already got.
Yeah.
Dang,
That's a lot of resources coming to the top lane.
Good stuff. On mid lane, Invoker against the Sand King. Got that Quas level 1. Try and secure some last hits and get some damage onto Moonlight. As you said, invoking this ranged hero much better than these Dragonites or whatever else we've seen contend with it. Down at bottom, 23 Savage is dead to Fortnite Man.
Oh, they get the first blood. Good start there as well on this lane that I thought was going to be one of the stronger lanes for OG as well. I was worried about their off lane, but they actually dropped their carry there.
Level 1 as well.
Yeah, just aggressive trading. The Willow and the Centaur just went at him. And Chen, he does a good job sitting and right-clicking mana burning, but he doesn't do that much early on.
And definitely not within the same time frame as these 2 Dire heroes can do as well. Yeah, very good start for them. Mid lane, though, looking very, very good for 9.
Yeah, exactly. Mid lane is going very well. 9 is getting good farm, and his last hitting is on point. Also working constantly to harass the Sand King, keep him low HP.
Yeah, make life as difficult as he can for Moonlight. And 23 Savage comes back into the lane. He's still got 8 last hits, even with that first death. But now they've got to try and do some stacking and pulling, drag it back as much as they can.
Yeah, top lane just trading hits. Tiny still wants his level 2, so he can start using other abilities here on the lane. Only has the tree grab for now. Continuous stun throws out here, and it is generating enough safe space for the SF to keep CSing.
I think Crystallize's pretty happy so far. Not the same, really, can be said about 23 Savage down bottom. He's just constantly on 0 HP, but with the Quill Sprays up this time, he's got a lot of damage onto Fortnite Man and QBFY to get both of the kills.
Get the balance creep, what can you do there?
Pissed, man. He's pissed at Fortnite Man.
He brought the Stormcrafter, the most OP creep of all the jungle.
The Lightning Zapper.
Even though it got nerfed, still a very, very powerful creep to have. That was a 2-for-nothing trade as well. Bringing back that lane.
Was it mana pool nerf? What got nerfed with it?
Yeah, it was the mana that got hit. They increased the cost, I believe.
Because I feel like you used to be able to get like 6 chain lightnings, now you get like 4 or something, right?
Yeah, they messed with the cost or the mana pool, one of them. Top lane, the Tiny dropping a bit low.
Yeah, Razors coming out of Crystallize. Having to face off against the Slardar, though, with Bashes and the Crush. A lot of damage from Whisper here, but the Magic Wand, Crystallize. Okay, there's no slipping out of this. We'll try with a couple of raises to chip back onto Whisper, but the Slardar is not done just yet. No levels in sprint, so yeah, realizing he can't chase the Alchemist. But you were looking at Whisper and thinking this is the guy that needs to pick up a lot of slack here in the lane, especially for OG with the draft they've gone for, and that's paying off big time now.
Yeah, the lane is going way better than it should, honestly. I think the... Oh, bottom lane was 23 Savage again.
Yeah, he's dead this time.
He almost got both, though.
He does get both with Seb's last hit.
One more auto attack. And they both TP'd down. They do have their TPs coming off cooldown again, but yeah, they're dying repeatedly down here is costing them a bit.
So what is that? Bottom lane is now 2 for 4, right? Bristles died twice, but he's killed 4. With well, the Chen has killed.
Yeah, they've gotten a bit. Oh, it's 5 even, right? The Willow died 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, right? 3-0 to Chen. Seb is popping off in game 2 and 3, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gonna be a beast again. He's gonna rush the early mech, and he will have it pretty fast since he hasn't died a single time being involved in these kills. He's now moving top, going behind top. Ari's looking to catch it, crystallize.
Yeah, a lot of twin gate action.
They missed the stun though.
Oh, there's creep, and the Whisper just gets turned on by the Dark Willow and the Alchemist. Ken
Now
coming in all the way from behind, but Ari doesn't really have anything left to give anymore. We're relying on a Harpy and a Satyr here to try and hold them back. QBFY just clicks Ari down, nearly finishes him off. Another touch from the Alchemist, not quite finishing the job until the concoction comes.
Continuous zapping here from the creeps, but gank didn't really work out the way OG wanted. They were just a little bit too late, and the Slardar didn't really reach to get the crystallize stun there.
There's a big old stack to be taken as well. This could be good for the Alch and the SF if they can take control of this lane again. And I guess that's why OG bring the Chen up here. They stay with the Tiny and the Slardar. Make sure that this big stack is going to belong to them.
Yeah, they're going to go try and toss back the Alch.
Yeah, they get him. Send him into the Chen. Whisper's trying to catch up to this with the sprint forward. He should have the move speed to get on top of Cracker.
Yeah, the face boots are doing a lot as well. Early face boots on the Slardar with the sprint. He's just super quick in this lane. And Chen zoning them out here, almost forcing them to take the gate out of here, but they are staying. SF doesn't want to leave his lane.
He doesn't, but he might have to. And Whisper, he's just going to step up on this Dark Willow. Ari's waiting very patiently, looking for a better target to come and show themselves. And now Shadow Fiend, a bit of vision. They see 3 heroes under the avalanche, the toss. They get the kill on the Willow. And crystallize out of mana and half HP. I don't know if he can stay here anymore.
Yeah, OG are just outplaying them right now. Very nice moves. Controlling, using the Chen's early power spike as well. These creeps, allowing him to just go around like that. While this is happening, mostly just farm on the other sides. We have both the Invoker and the Sand King farming up. The Invoker, I believe, yeah, did go power towards first item.
And this is all very good for the Bristleback, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he's happy with the way the game is going. If he just solo farms down there, all the action is top. Now we see a move by Sand King in this rune.
Yeah, well, they've got a toss back on the Alchemist. Into Whisper with a chain stuns onto Cracker. Nice little move there. The Stampede tries to get the Shadow Fiend on top of the Whisper Slardar, but he's missed the raise. And Crystallize with the Help of the Dark Willow, the Bramble Maze, the final Blood Grenade gets the job done. The Moonlight's come in. Tried to get this fight continued, but he's lost his courier in the meantime.
Yeah, his courier got sniped, and they only got 1 kill there. His Sand King ulti didn't really hit too much. Ari, the target, but he does have friends nearby.
Yeah, the Invokers come in. Level 7 on 9. The toss back, cold snap. A lot of damage onto the Sand King. They should be able to finish him off here with Seb, a dominating streak out of the Chen. Sticking around as well. UBFY low, but the Ghost Walk, Invis, run away, no reveal. There's a sentry.
We have a sentry, another sentry.
They see him. They've got the concoction. Surely they've got to have him here with a raise from Crystallize. 9 with a wand, but this final raise will come. Vladar, he's respawned. He's come back into this. The fight lasted so long, and he's like, oh, I'm going to get involved again. Comes forward, loses 700 HP in a second, has to crush to hold back the concoction of the Alchemist, and then runs away again.
This game, man. There's some weird Dota to watch. It's pretty crazy. Everybody just running in and fighting. Meanwhile, Centaur and Bristleback are like, "You cool? Yeah, okay. Me too. Yeah, we farm." Both of them are just in a farm agreement right now.
23 Savage got a bit of a gap on him though. 1,300 difference now. I guess he just got that gap over everyone else.
Yeah, he's been able to farm very efficiently while all this is happening. He's been clearing jungle a lot at the same time as he gets the lane farm. He's at 89 CS at minute 8. That is absurdly high.
Now things calm down a little bit. Tiny gets to sit mid. 9 coming up top. Try and pressure that tier 1 tower. Like this, like past 4 minutes of play really has just been kick the Shadow Fiend out of lane, force him into jungle, try and get the Dire team to play around their Sanking.
Yeah, overall, the Sanking needs his timing as well. He doesn't have his Blink Dagger yet. He doesn't really have that much, and he omitted going for the bracers this game. So, not going for the early bracer into this. He wanted the Blink timing as soon as possible.
Not even one?
No, not even one. Not the one, Gareth.
No. A lowly branch. A wand and a branch.
Yeah, it's the poor man's build. If he laned against the Primal Beast, there would be a bracer there. But laning against the Invoker, a little bit harder to come by the gold.
Try and rush that blink.
Invoker, meanwhile, mitigating some of the minus armor. 9 went for double Wraithband in this game as well to keep himself happier.
Geez, so he did. And then Mage Slayer.
Yeah, he's done this before. He likes Mage Slayer on his Invoker.
It's how he won TI, right?
Yeah.
Buy Mage Slayer on every hero.
It's the memories.
No Wraith Pact anymore, though. He's going to play forward into top jungle with Ari. Concoction from Alk. Yeah, too far away. They do ping 9 and Whisper top, though, because Moonlight has a good lineup here. On the Slardar, doesn't get to borrow the Invoker, and they've got a Hand of God as a bit of backup here. Whisper, he's finally going to drop. Stampede gets the gap close on the Invoker, and they've got the kills they needed.
Oof, that was a huge Stampede, allowing them to actually catch everybody. Impact from Fortnite, man, on the off lane. He's just farming, but, you know, he still won that fight for his team.
The global presence.
Yeah, and that was 3 kills. SF does have the lasting presence build, by the way. So he gets quite a bit of minus armor from this. Minus 6 extra armor. The creeps are getting minus 11 right now.
It's pretty hefty. Not going to be able to use it in the next fight, obviously. Use it to farm the creeps.
Yeah. That's why they need to have chaotic game. Just keep fighting. Did you know that lasting presence is true to its name? It lasts even if you die and respawn, you still have the stacks. So
really?
If you fight, get some stacks, die, and then respawn, go and fight again quickly, you can keep, since it refreshes the existing stacks, you can keep the stacks that you had from the previous fight. Even if you died, which is very awkward. I didn't expect it to work like that, but it does.
So but the timer ticks down?
I mean, anytime you get a new stack, it refreshes all of them to be the new timer. They are not individually stacking. They are one thing. So that's different from, like, the Glaives of Wisdom from Silencer, which is individual.
Right. Damn. So many little things in this game.
Can you imagine if Glaives of Wisdom stacked that way? Yeah. Oh yeah, I touched someone, so I keep my
out of here. Moonlight is not having a fun time.
He says, look at me, guys, I'm online. Can go mid and take tower.
Sanking is so eager to find an opening. He's like, had his mana burned, he's being chased around, had a chat with him. Epicenter still on cooldown. OG just going to pummel into the tier 1 tower mid. Like you said, Bristleback, Aghanim Scepters here, so 23 Savage is ready.
Fortnite, man.
Gonna get him. The Avalanche, toss. 9 has arrived with Whisper. They've got tons of stuns now, just need to get the damage onto the Centaur to finish him off. He doesn't want to stampede, but it looks like he's going to have to. But with the Requiem and the Epicenter coming in, they're going to turn around onto 9. Fortnite Man is still alive. They've killed off Whisper now. Blood Grenade thrown, but that won't finish off the Centaur. He's still up and running while the Invoker is not. Dead to the raises. The Stampede yet again. Just really the saving line here from the Dire team. Not just to get them out of a dangerous spot, but to allow them to turn around and get some good fight back as well.
It was a good heads-up play by Palianytsia, getting there in time. It was pretty obvious that OG wanted to try and defend bottom tower and set up a catch, perhaps, but Palianytsia read that well ahead of time, started moving their heroes, and because they did so early, they actually get there in time to punish and turn around the fight. They're now 3,000 gold ahead, Gareth.
Yeah, and they've got out of that kind of awkward phase of OG playing rather quickly around this Chen, the twin gate plays, the tier 1's dropping. It felt like OG were building a much greater lead than they actually were.
They were. Also, it's one of the very common ways the games crumble is, you know, Aghanim's complete some bristleback, and then you just can't fight, and you lose every tower, and all your momentum drops, and then you lose Roche. But here, they broke that. They broke that spell by finding a good team fight. So now they're actually staying relevant, and they're not being forced to lose more towers to this bristleback, who, yeah, he's the strongest one on the field. He's very farmed, but he won't be able to stand his ground against minus armor if SF gets farmed.
Sand King sees the Tiny. Quick little in and out there.
Yeah, good grab. Playing together as 4, allowing the SF to just keep farming.
Exactly. Crystal is very happy about that. And it was a point that you brought up in the second game where they had the Medusa, right? Was OG were doing a very good job at playing into the Ancients and stopping that farming zone from being utilized and efficiently farmed. Yeah. Whereas now this time, Palianytsia, they're playing top, they're playing away from the SF, they're just giving him a lot of room.
Yeah, also moving through the gate possibly here. They're considering it. They could find a Chen down here farming in the area. But they have a lot of vision top, so they're going to stay top and play this area instead. 3 wards for Dire. They do not want to lose their top jungle.
So a bit of a risky moment from Crystallize there. He was stepping up to that next Radiant Wave, and then 9 came out of Invis and showed, and the Shadow Fiend was like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be down here. I don't know how BKB.
The portaling top. Willow sees it.
Burst strike in onto the Chen. Concoction, and down you go. Tab just evaporates there.
There's a saying that goes, going through the portal never works. And, you know, the opponent are holding that side of the map. Go through the portal, you just land in some Willow stuff.
Man, it's not a good spot to be in. I mean 23 Savage, he's still stuck around up here. They need 9 to TP to try and make a fight out of this, but he's completely alone. Dies isolated. Whisper's got to blink away. 9 is like, okay, I'm cancelling my TP. There's no point in me coming. So it's Roshan time.
They're just rushing towards it. They did a lot of damage to the Bristle face there as well. We saw the power of the stuns from Palianytsia. They stunned him up a lot and were able to dish all the damage into the face of Bristle. So he wasn't strong enough to fight 1v4 there. And yeah, now OG just looking like they're not really finding their aggression. This is very similar to what we saw last game, where it was Palianytsia struggling to get the engagements going in a good way, but now the tables have turned.
I mean, Chen trying to reclaim a bit of vision and positioning back in that jungle, dead as Palianytsia take Roshan and blink forward. Moonlight has no mana for the stun, has a wand, can pop it to get back to safety as the rest of his team charge forward. They've got Tiny all caught up in the disables. Moonlight stayed alive. A little more damage is needed. Sunstrike's going to get dodged, sidestepped by the Sand King. Palianytsia are showing up.
Yeah, they really are. They're playing so well right now. Everybody's grouping up and going together. They have great lineup for doing so. And SF now getting buffed up as well. The Solar Crest is done on Alchemist, so he's saying, I'm going to sit behind you. I'm going to make you really strong. And yeah, just wait for him to get the Shard, Lotus Orb, and all these buffs, and the SF will be very difficult to deal with.
I've got a question for you. As an professional player, in your opinion, would you rather lose against Fortnite Man, or would you rather lose against Fortnite Kid? What's worse, an old man playing Fortnite? I'm imagining, like a middle-aged man.
I would prefer to lose to Fortnite Man.
Really?
Yes, of course.
I would rather lose to Fortnite Kid. Then I can blame them on, their fast reaction times. They're too quick. I don't understand their zoomer brain.
You don't understand. He's Fortnite Man. He is it.
Batman, Spider-Man, Aquaman, Fortnite.
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
He's gonna join the Avengers.
Like like Aquaman goes into the ocean, talks to all the fish and the octopus and stuff, and brings them to be his army. Fortnite Man gets a bunch of 12-year-olds to be his army.
He recruits a bunch of kids with iPads.
Like Stomp from Centaur. It's a good one. Tornado trying to hold them back, but Whisper getting chain disabled, dead, and down he goes. There's 23 Savage. He holds his ground here with a meatball whiffing.
Sand
Moonlight.
King.
Oh, the damage on the Sand King looks decent.
He gets done.
He's down. He's down. A 1-for-1 so far, and Palianytsia running back because the Shadow Fiend, even with Aegis, a little afraid of facing off against the Bristle. Oh, Tiny.
He got the
He's
toss.
got him. He's got the real one. I don't know how he's managed that, but Ari, the absolute boy genius, has got the real Shadow Fiend, tossed him back into the ice wall, and 23 Savage with the damage. Crystallize. He turned his back, 23. Dark Willow step forward. They're on to 9. Invoker's got to try and run and hide. Now they're swinging back on the Bristleback. Crystallize the damage with Fortnite Man stepping up. They need some disables, some stuns, anything to control him. The concoction will come.
Him.
Crystallize with the raises and the right clicks. Need a little bit more.
Can he live?
23 Savage is going to live. Another Blink Crush. Whisper finds the man, but Fortnite Man himself has got a Blink Stomp of his own. 9 getting disabled up. Turns and fights a double kill for the Invoker.
Sankey's back.
It just never stops. Another round of stuns.
If he was
Tons
cancelled.
of stuns. Tornado. On the Sand King. Centaurs come back in, but they lack the sustain.
OG, man.
OG, the continual fight for 2 minutes straight. They keep themselves up and running. They oil the gears, and they absolutely annihilate their opponents.
Can't believe it. They didn't lose anybody in all that?
I don't know.
That's insane. Look at the kill score. Look, bring up the kills. That's crazy, man. They
Tiny and
just traded
Slaughter
so
died.
efficiently. The Manta style did do the SF dirty there. It put him closest. He got jumped by the Tiny under the tower. He caught Manta. It put him as the closest target for the toss back. And it was some max cast range toss right there, reaching him. What on earth was that fight, though?
Absolutely incredible.
Bristleback is so back in the game now, though. He was struggling a bit to find exactly how he was going to take over, and now he is huge. He's got the Bloodstone, he got the Vampire Fangs as a nice drop as well.
Right, so he used Quill Spray 21 times, 11 Nasal Goose, 11,500 damage from Bristle in that last fight.
That sounds like your average Bristleback player just rolling his face on the keyboard during the entire fight.
And there was 40k damage done in total, like from both sides in total. They did a quarter of it.
They're going for the Wisdom Steel. Alchemist wants to pick it, but he revealed their smoke. Cracker is just sitting here. He's not moving a muscle. He's just standing dead still, dude. I'm a tree. I'm a tree. Oh, no.
OG senses rely on vision. Just don't move.
His motion detectors.
Ari gets the Wisdom Rune under the nose of a Dark Willow. That's like 9, just going to hold out on that mid lane. Mage Slayer, Dragonlance. What a world we live in now.
Yeah, he's slowly going to turn himself into a type of right-click core. This build takes a little bit longer to really get online than something like Vessel early and fighting, which, you know, he could have gone for. In this game, for instance, they don't have a Vessel, and there is a Bloodstone Vampire Fangs Sand King, so it could have been a good game for it. But Vessel has kind of fallen out of favor. Not a lot of people go for it, even on Invoker anymore.
I hear the drums or the boots are bearing, and I'm immediately like, who's fighting? What's going on? Steb is just using everything off cooldown. Can I heal someone a little bit? Can I move them faster? Let's go push.
Yeah. He's got the shard for himself as well, so he's going to bring an Ancient Granite Golem to the battle.
Oh, very good. Palianytsia. I mean, still, like, net worth lead for them. Kill lead for them. That last fight, absolutely a kind of a dictatorial move by OG, taking control of the rhythm and tempo of the game.
TP out, not going to work.
Alchemist on the run as well. So a hero down, and it might be 2 in a row here. 9 with a nice little play there, a flurry of skills to slow the Alchemist down. And Tiny, this time, not going to get the right target.
Yeah, but they're going for the tower, pushing. And I think Palianytsia, they are dead even pretty much in net worth right now, but they probably feel a bit behind. After that massive fight that they lost, it's not surprising that they're conceding a bit of territory. 9 has found the Centaur, though. Fortnite Man spotted.
Can he kill him on his own?
I don't think on his own, but he's holding him in time for the Slardar.
Get over here. Get some disables in there from Whisper. And you've got Stampede as the Centaur. You're going to try and use it. Get a bit of distance here. Oh, Crush off the mark. Sanking TPing out. Dodges the Tornado with the Centaur. Fortnite Man still alive. There's another Crush off the mark again.
He's done it. He's Fortnited his way out of that. I don't know how he managed to get out of it. The Invoker was holding Tornado, but 9 didn't really get the Tornado immediately on the Centaur ulti there.
I don't know. He just gets one of the slurp juices and breaks free.
That's what happened.
Toss back. Shadow Fiend sent onto their head of the Bristleback. Only getting feared up and caught in the brambles, though. It seems like, Ari maybe a step too far. Crystallize should be able to get back to high ground. SF is fine, but the state of this map isn't. Mid lane's pushing, top lane's also shoved towards the Dire base. In the past 5-6 minutes has been this Dire side kind of just sitting back and letting the waves crash upon them.
Yeah, they have good vision, though. They have a few words. Actually, it's 23 Savage running at them. True to his name, just rushing at them.
Yeah. Right in towards the Willow. And here the Sand King looking to set up maybe here. They've got to move on to Whisper's Slardar. Even when they heal from Seb, gets blown up. Damage, though, with this slow and the disables out of 9. A lot of DPS onto Moonlight. Even with his life still going, the Sand King burrow strikes the high ground, a little bit of distance. And a stomp from Fortnite Man. Keeps the SK alive and even turns the kill off the Bristleback.
Man, that's crazy, the turnaround. They didn't have mana as well for the Sunstrike. Invoker couldn't finish off the Sand King there. Trying to run away now.
Gonna get 9.
Oh, rushing in. Dust not gonna clip him.
Oh.
So close. Nice attempt on that Dust. The creep could deny this region rune here. Fortnite Man would be happy to grab it. Creep just lets the region rune be.
Did Seb get to keep some of his army? He did, right?
Yeah, the creep that walked past the region rune.
That's two,
Let the Fortnite Man have it.
2 little satyrs, yeah.
And now they're moving straight top, going towards the Roche. Suddenly, Palianytsia are back in the game in some weird way. OG are just, I don't know, they're taking turns being ahead and bullying the game here.
It's games like this that really make me understand. Like, I really truly understand how little I understand about Dota.
I understand enough to say something here, though. One thing that's going to be very impactful is this Slardar has gone for a Blink Crimson Guard face boost build. It has no attack speed at all, and that's all fine, but it gets really hard to play when you get against the Sand King Shivas in 300 gold. That's going to give you minus attack speed, and you have 0 attack speed built in. Basically say goodbye to bash. You're not bashing in the fights at all when Sand King is around. It's going to be really, really annoying for him. He's basically just a stun machine, and that puts more pressure on the Bristle and the Invoker to do the right-click damage.
Right. It's like, Chen, do the penitence for me. I need
yeah, that's the only way.
bash.
The only way he's going to get some clicks out.
It's been a weird. I don't want to say it's a hard one for Whisper. It's been a weird one. Like he had a hard first 2 minutes, and then like minute 2 to 5 were really good because they got kills up there, and they tri-laned, right? They tri-laned with the Slardar, but then from there on out, it's been very up and down, back and forth from Whisper.
Smoke from Palianytsia here going around. They want to try and catch some stragglers. Would you still sitting close together?
I see the puddles. I know someone was nearby, but Moonlight's going to guess incorrectly. And OG now, I mean, they're in a decent position. They just need that little bit of vision. They've got an Observer Ward, but it's not superbly placed. They don't have anything up on the high ground, and a bit of blink on blink, miss a crush, jump away, off we go.
Yeah, Lotus gonna dispel the ulti from Slardar, take away the vision. They're still sticking around here. They want to take a fight. They have the gem on Seb, so he already knows that he de-warded this area. They're not sitting under some ward. That would be a huge bounty as well to get. If they could kill Seb and get his gem, vision is so important in these fights. They do see them here on the Slardar. They know they're still in the area.
OG, yeah, just going up high ground. They definitely see them now. Smoke from the burnt bread boys.
SFTPs, but the rest are behind, looking for a jump here on Slardar.
Fortnite Man. Yeah, he sees him. Lada, smoke breaks, blink jump, stuns up. Nice two-man burrow strike as well. In comes the Stampede to allow Crystallize to get a better positioning for the Requiem. They don't get any kills yet. Tiny and Slaughter finally dropping after what felt like an eternity, while 23 Savage has managed to find a good little spot here to get some damage out. But now he's feared up, and they've got a backstab coming in towards 9 with the chain stuns out of the Centaur and the Alchemist. Crystallize in prime position here to unload his damage, and Fortnite Man gets a triple kill.
That's
All for nothing.
Such a nice move by them. They TP the SF, the rest go for the backstab move, and they were not ready for the backstab there on OG. You saw the jump coming in, Centaur jumping onto the Slardar. Slardar had blink ready, could have blinked away, but I don't think he was looking there. The SF was running from straight ahead, and he probably suspected a smoke coming in from the SF's angle. They just get a jump in such a good way. And now SF has 3 stacks on this minus armor ready. The tower, minus 13. Ooh, melts real fast here. He wants to do some damage even. Respawns are coming in pretty soon. Don't know if he can push more.
Well, he backs up for now. Looking at that Silver Edge. Trying to add a bit of break here. This 23 Savage, yeah, he has been the prime target for them to go on.
Yeah, the haste rune also did a lot in the last fight. Sanking having a haste rune made all the difference. Oh, SF with the Aegis getting jumped.
Yeah, tossed back in. And he does have that Aegis, like you say. So first life, it's claimed up. But look at the rest of his team. They're swarming in. They know they've got to come in here and save him. And 9, the real good jump in from Moonlight. Blink Borrow into Blink Centaur Stomp. And a double kill for the Dark Willow.
That is not really worth it. You get the kill on the Aegis, but it was only gonna time out soon anyway, so now they got a kill on the Invoker. They're happily gonna start cutting these creep waves, the SF going bottom, and Palianytsia, they're running away with this game. And Bristleback going into this stage of the game is always awkward. Sort of mid to late game era is where you kind of missed your timing. You were supposed to end the game earlier than this.
Man, now you're wishing, like, oh, why didn't I buy a Hand of Midas or something like that?
Yeah, I just want a way to scale. He's gonna go and steal the enemy Tormentor. I like this play by 23 Savage.
That's pretty good. Should be able to get away with it uncontested. What's that Stampede? Oh, Stampede's for Whisper up top.
And Whisper is just not gonna have a fun time in this game overall. He's trying to build towards a pipe next, but it's not really... Slaughter is not really the hero for aura builds. I understand why he went for it in this game, but Crimson Pipe is not things that make Slaughter look like the biggest threat on the map. He needs items to do damage, otherwise he's just not a threat and they can ignore him in the fights.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a case of there's no heroes left in the offlane pool. Let's pick one and just buy auras on it anyway.
It's just a weaker Doom at this point, right? It's like a worse version of actual offlane heroes that would like to have these items.
And then there's a pretty big Shadow Fiend. Yeah,
I mean,
the gulf between like Slardar Invoker and then the rest of the cores is pretty apparent right now.
Yeah, it's the gap is widening. Both the Slardar and Invoker are getting left behind here.
And where is Seb? Seb was top 3 last game.
He was, but you know, he's just a Chen this time. It's a little bit hard to do the same transition he did as a Mirana.
He was 302 like minute 6, so
he was. He did have a fantastic start. Yeah, he was actually dominating, but he's held on to a gem really well. But now I may have cursed him. He's going in here. Can he still hold it?
Walking forward right into the trap that's been set. They'll take down the Chen. No buyback available. 23 Savage trying to life steal up with his BKB going. Gets away from danger, but Whisper not going to have the same luxury. Requiem stomps and stuns, and 9. He's on the run, hidden in Invis, but they've got a gem on the Alchemist. He's self-stunned, so he can't actually keep up with him.
Yeah, they actually have 2 gems now. They have their own on the Willow as well. Put one in base later, but for now they're pushing with the Solar Crest buffed up SF. And they have the Berserker Potion as well that they're spamming off cooldown, 50 attack speed extra.
Jeez, how do you contend with this Shadow Fiend?
Oh,
on one Invoker. This is big. I finish him. Hand of God. Oh, he's barely alive. Now 23 Savage trying to get onto the Sand King, but he's been pushed back and away. And off they go.
Out. Stay safe. They have the Fortnite ulti as well soon. The Stampede. Ready. Now they're swinging around towards top lane.
Put the big wheels
wants
on him.
to get out. Wants to get some vision control on the map, but it's not that easy now. They're doing a good job, Palianytsia, of holding this high ground.
It feels like there's no cracks. That OG can try and slip through. Yeah, they're just holding into their base. Let 23 Savage go out and try and gather some farm where he can. And no buybacks whatsoever for Radiant. Like, if they lose 1 or 2 heroes here, it could be lights out for them.
Yeah, it's really rough. They're trying to counter the SF by going for a halberd on the Slardar, by the way. Not a common item, but 600 gold to go, and he could have a way to disarm him at least, because they're recognizing he is a turret in these fights. He is just dishing out so much damage.
Not long for Roche to respawn either. We're about a minute away from nighttime too, so pretty good here for Dire Team. You keep playing this high ground around the Ancients, push out mid and top, get back to Roshan if you need to.
Yeah, Palianytsia, they're also closing in on an Aghanim Scepter on the Sand King. That's when the Sandstorm really cannot be ignored.
I mean,
They're getting mad here at OG being rats, just farming the map. See if they can find them. TP out by 23.
Whisper, Blink, Stampede, the TP, the stun, the Bramble.
The blind Bramble. Oh.
So good.
Did he get the vision before he brambled there from the Centaur? Centaur blinked on the high ground, but I think he blind brambled before even.
Yeah, I think he was blind brambling up on that high ground, see what he could try and get.
Yeah.
Very well done, though, to catch them.
He is a level 30 Willow player, so, you know, he knows his stuff. He's 13-7 and 13 in this game. Can we give some hype for QBFY in this game? He's absolutely owning.
I just want to know what it stands for. And Ari, standing for nothing up top, about to die. He's got a Glimmer Cave and a 4-staff. Yeah, he uses everything he can to buy some time. This is just
either stand for something or fall for nothing, Gareth. That's how it goes.
That's life for you.
And now we see Alk and SF just pairing their abilities here against Roche. Nice minus armor. Still keeping the Grove Bow as well on the SF for a little bit of extra minus resistances. And that range, of course. So Aghanims was taken. Who are they going to give it to? Because they can do some funny stuff. They can give the Aghanims consumption from Roche. They give it to Sand King. If you then give it from Alchemist to Sand King, you can give a bunch of money to Sand King if you want to. Like, even if you got the Roche Ags, you can pass an Alch Ags to him now.
What the hell is this? So I'm trying to find what QBFY stands for. I'm like looking at his player profile, stuff like that.
Down the rabbit hole?
No, I have. So you know, his name is Vitaly Ivanov, QBFY. I don't know what QBFY stands for, but I found a website that already has the score from this series done. We are live casting this series, but apparently OG have played one game 3. Yeah, they've already said. QBFY has played 3 games today. He's won 1 with Lesh, lost 1 with Lesh, and he's lost his Dark Willow apparently. I'm not going to name that website because that's bad.
That's. I hope that website is not from the future, because that would be bad news for him. They're 20,000 gold ahead here, so it would take a lot. But then again, OG were 30,000 gold ahead when they lost in game 1.
Just cannot imagine a world in which it's happening. I mean, OG really got to dig deep here. Shadow Fiend with Aegis. It's a hero that you can go on and toss around and maybe find a pick on a couple of times. They'll try it now as well. Ari sends him into the Bristle and the Slaughter, and in comes the Stampede. Enough to get the distance. Turn around onto Ari. Moonlight moves a little deeper, realizing that's maybe a step too far. Crosses the bridge back towards his team. So a kill, a pick, and then the pressure continues.
Bristle held his BKB, so he still has his available here. Important part of that fight.
Oh, but the stuns. Can he get it off? The Hand of God?
Can
the
he?
Burst Strike, the Chain Disables. He does get off his BKB. And the damage from 23, it's pretty substantial. Sand King's gone. Crystallize, very low. First life about to drop. Now we've got no Sand King, and we need Fortnite Man to come in clutch here. because the concoction from Alk, he self-stunned himself inside the ice wall. Fortnite Man has jumped into the middle of OG. Whisper tries to get the Blink Crush, but misses completely.
SF still right-clicking here, and Sankey is coming back as well. He bought back and is rushing over, but I think the siege is done. Moonlight may have been a bit early on the buyback there.
Well, OG hold for now in that bottom lane anyway.
Yeah, OG are going to be happy with that. And with the buyback on Sanking as well, that gives them now a target. If they can kill him, that could possibly be a window to get back into this game.
A little bit of wiggle room for OG.
Yeah,
that's going to be one of the scariest phrases in the world for a team, right?
Yeah, OG, they like working their way back from a tough spot for sure.
They are all smoked up. We just need Whisper. I say we. OG needs. It sounds like I'm favoring OG. OG just needs. I think it's just because I've watched SA Dota for a long time. I know how Whisper can be an incredible player. This game, he has not looked like Whisper. He has looked like
Whisper's really strong, but they're gonna look for Crystallize here.
They see him. Blink Avalanche toss. The crush. In comes the Centaur with a stomp though. Oh, Tornado sends Crystallize skyward, but that gives him time to BKB up, and then Whisper's the one that's going to drop. 23 Savage, already a third of his HP as he just gets right-clicked down.
The Yules.
9 and Whisper dead. The Yules in the sky. Seb sends skyward and comes down with a thud. OG are going to get team-wiped here.
He's so alone.
5 for nothing.
Oh boy, that was a fight right on the enemy ramp. Scary place to take a fight. OG, they knew they were down and far behind in this game, so they went for a desperate fight. They put down a ward and tried to take the fight, but they couldn't change on it. The protection was there. The jumps in came. Crystallized. He hands nearby.
I wish. I mean, DreamLeague is a good tournament, but I wish this was for like Riyadh Masters or ESL Thailand or something, where Slacks would be out on stage in front of a big crowd and saying Fortnite Man.
Fortnite Man. It starts here. It starts here, Gareth. All right, we're the prelude to happening.
No, you're right. It's EPT points, right? You get to DreamLeague. I'm getting ahead of myself. I just really want Fortnite Man
you
to
just
be
want,
on
yeah.
the big stage. But OG has still got some fight in them. Ari, he stepped forward here. Gets up in the face of Fortnite Man and Moonlight. 23 Savage turns his back. Quill sprays a fly, but Ari's dead. Fortnite Man's about to die, though. Lotus Orb, a bit of protection. Turns with a stomp. The Sunstrike coming. It hits him mid-4 staff, but he's got the distance now. Ari with another round, a flurry of Avalanche, but he can't follow up to a high ground. He's got no vision.
9 on the hunt. Could maybe Tornado here. The Willow. Woo! Close. Good disengage by all of the bread stack here, getting out to safety.
OG hold on to that final lane of barracks.
Centaur with the Hex, by the way, is a long chain stun, getting Blink stunned into a Hex afterwards, or just the initiation speed of a Blink Hex into then a Hoof Stomp. Got some good initiation ability.
And if they find, let's say, similar to what we've seen in Game 1 and Game 2, if 23 Savage has one of those lapses of control of where he is on the map or where he needs to be, they've got enough disable just to go through him, right?
Yeah, a single pickoff. And they have Silver Edge on the SF, so if he's nearby and they chain stun him, he dies so fast. Look at SF's damage right now with the DD rune. He's got 28 stacks on the Necromastery.
Man, he was doing 1,200 crits without the DD, and they've got to move on. He gets off his BKB. That could have been nasty for OG. Still not great for 23 Savage to have to use the Black King bar defensively like that. But it does mean that SF has Requiemed and used his own BKB. Whisper jumps in aggressively. In we go with Ari's Tiny as well. They get turned on, though, by Fortnite Man, who slaps down the Tiny. Dive back from Ari. In comes the Willow. The Bedlam's going, and the damage is done. 23 Savage is gone for 2 minutes, and that's got to be it. 9 stunned up. And Palianytsia, Game 3 on the verge of victory, sending OG all the way back to Fountain.
They're just doing it. They don't have 23 anymore. They're buybacking now. Getting very deep in Fountain.
The tier 4s are crumbling. Crystallize going to stand his ground, step up, right at the forefront of the battle. And a buyback from the Centaur. Fortnite Man's returning to the field, coming across the map as quickly as he can. 90 seconds, no Bristol. 40, no Tiny. It's down to 9 and Whisper here, really, to try and do what they can. They kill off Krekker's Alchemist. The throne is exposed, though, and Crystallize is going for it. SF's hitting your building. The Sunstrike and the damage. Kill him off. But Moonlight with QBFY. They're looking at 9. They're going to kill the Invoker, take him down with the Burrow Strike. Final touch of doubt, and now the throne surely will fall. 9 buys back. Seb is still here, trying to defend his base. They will not give up or surrender until the bitter end.
They have done it 2-1 to Palianytsia here against OG. And yeah, there's nothing more sad than seeing a